Hello. Well, I'm getting ready to go live. First, let me do this. Doom, 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 doom. Hello, this is Korey Davis. I'm about to go live. I'm about to invite my panel in to talk about who's going to win the Super Bowl and also talk a lot of football. Um, to our standings for this week. And let me put the link in so my group can start. Hey, Brian Young. Brian Cup. I keep on saying Young. I don't know why. How crazy am I? Gonna put the link in. Here we go. And thank you, Brian Cup, for all the things you do for me, for helping me get up to 101 subscribers. And sub ITC. Let's see who's gonna be first one in here. Is it gonna be? It is Brian Cup. Okay, coming in, our special team. Oh my goodness, expert Brian Cup.
Hey, Corey, how are you?
Fine, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
And,
Always appreciate the intro.
and thank you for helping me get up to 101 subscribers. And coming in all the way from New York. He loves the Giants, just like we love our 49ers. YTC.
What's up, fellas? I appreciate the intro as always, Corey. What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm really swell. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Hey,
Now,
YTC.
What's up, Brian?
Coming in from San Francisco. He has his own show, 49 Ultimate Report. John J.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, John?
How you doing, John J?
Just another day.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know where he's from, but he's a Arizona Cardinals fan.
Oh, damn. Everybody's flocking in.
TRL.
Yo.
What's up? Damn, everybody flocked in like within a minute.
I made sure to come on here as soon as it started because I never get.
Yeah, you don't want to get hold out for a spot. I know.
Literally, bro.
But you know
Every
what?
time.
You know what? I'm paying now, so I think I.
Oh,
I
yeah! I just noticed the tag's not there no more. I forgot. I just noticed it's not there no more.
I
So
think
you are
10 people. Think.
All right.
Up to 10 people.
I just noticed the logo's not there no more.
Well, good, 49 faithful. Salute, Corey. Hey, it's
Let's go.
that kid. It's the kid.
916.
916. Yep.
Yep.
So by the way, I'm playing Call of Duty right now, so whatever comes out of my mouth, it's not my fault.
No, I just got I had a busy day, but I got my videos done. I finished the thumbnails and all, but yeah, work per usual.
Shout out to the 650. They were doing area codes.
I'm finally going down the path you guys are going right now. So yeah,
I'm gonna make a logo 650 where I'm from.
510.
510.
Nah.
209.
209. There we go.
973.
Okay. TRL, I was about to ask you, how was your day today?
Pretty good. Same routine. Just work and school. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's a name I haven't seen in a long while. The one below TLP.
Number 1 Pixies. Oh, never mind.
Hey, Crazy Juice.
Yeah. Where's Austin Kid? Is he supposed to be talking crap about my team? I'm still waiting.
No, it's a school day. He
What's
probably got
up?
homework or something at this hour.
TOP. David
Villa.
David Villa.
Villa. What's up, faithful Korey?
Or is it
Brian?
Vija for, Spanish
Glad to see
pronunciation?
you. Niners have
Vija.
Niners.
He's
The
from the
best.
915.
Go from 915.
Damn.
Hey, David Villa. I see him everywhere, man. He is the GOAT.
Yep.
Crazy Juice.
What's up, Crazy Juice?
I saw the
Crazy Juice is
East
the
Coast.
GOAT, too. I see him everywhere.
East
Yeah,
Coast
John, I
Red
see you.
The
Yeah.
East Coast Red Gold.
Bro.
And
So how content's been for
thank
you guys?
you.
you got what's his name? You got a Ty. Is that his name or Rye?
Yeah, Ty Austin.
Yeah.
And then there's Jess. And then
TLP
Becca,
taunting already.
and Maddie B. And I think Maddie B. and I know Maddie B's on the radio. I think Jess is on the radio too.
Tiro, he's already trolling.
Oh, I know. He left the same comment on one of my videos.
No D'Amico Ryans, no Sean Payton season. Tiro, no. Tiro,
There we go.
real name.
Dude, you got a dollar store version of Michael as your head coach. I wouldn't be talking.
He's a
Matt Eberflus.
Matt Eberflus. Eberflus. That name sounds like a kid trying to pronounce a name. Eberflus.
Eberflossing? Eberdeen? I don't know.
Oh man.
Awesome Kid is hiding again because they didn't get Sean Payton. Oh, wow.
Hey, did anybody hear that?
No, he just has
Did he-
homework. That's all it is. He'll come in an hour later. He probably got
So
homework.
I don't know where David is, but I gotta take one of his quotes. We gotta blame the Giants for the loss to the Eagles. I can't
We forgive them the number 1 seed.
I'm sorry.
Hey, did anybody hear that about Sean Payton? He did get hired on with Denver, but he was Denver's third option.
Oh my God! There goes the Broncos. Did something successfully failed at the same time. I don't know what they did.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, Sean Payton's a good coach. If we would, I don't think we should move off of Kyle. I'm frustrated with Kyle, but I don't think we should move off of him at this time.
Somebody's coming in. Let me see. Oh, it's one David, but not David M. It's David C.
Corona.
David, and he's from LA, I think.
Someone
Yeah, Riverside.
Corona. I remember Corona.
Riverside.
Corona.
Yeah. Corona and Riverside.
David Corona.
You thought live in LA?
He at first I think, oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
hey,
Nah,
hey
I'm in
David.
the-
Hey David.
yes, sir.
Before I forget, Lakers suck.
Yeah.
I can't say no.
Okay, that's basketball, not football.
Okay,
All right.
I'm sorry.
Hey, John J.
Why'd you see the Bodega Mariachi? Don't you have some Dominican? Oh, wow.
What the hell?
First of all, you're TOP. Aren't you and the Puerto Rican neighbors to the Dominicans right now? That should be your job right now. What do you mean, me? You're right next door right to the Dominican Republic. What do you mean, TOP?
Oh, from El
Okay, make sure
Paso.
everybody hit that like button, please.
You know the Lakers the best
If
team. You know
do
that,
here,
right?
Hit that like button for me.
The Lakers, what?
You know the Lakers the best team. You know that, right?
They're trash right now.
Oh, I know they are.
Whatever. I
David
forget
McNuggets,
sometimes
you
that
in
the
here.
majority of the
Come on,
Niners
Super, right now.
like the Lakers for some reason.
Let's see, Tiro.
David McNiner, if you're listening.
Bodega Mariachi.
In here,
might be.
I can announce. You can come in. I could probably.
You make a joke about mariachis, but then put me next to Dominicans. What do you get it right, TOP?
Oh man,
I'm not even close to those countries right now, so.
I was watching.
What do you guys think about the quarterback, Tom Brady, retire?
Well, assuming he stays retired, well, RIP my childhood, I guess.
I saw his Instagram video, and he was talking about like this time, he's taking it serious because last year he was talking about that he wrote that letter, and he said he wanted to do something this time where like he instead of writing the letter, he talked about something a little bit personal about why his marriage didn't work out, and he kind of understood like it was his fault because he wanted to play football. So hopefully he's going to take some time, evaluate his life, and hopefully see what he wants to do. But during that time, he did not mention that it was going to be for good. He says he's retiring, but the question is for how long.
Yeah, he'll come back.
He's going to stay. No, if he retires, he's staying retired. He's going to be working on ESPN soon.
He got a contract.
Yeah.
No, Fox. He got a Fox. Yeah.
He got offered a contract already. I don't know if he took it.
Well, I expect to see him every Sunday with Terry Bradshaw and Michael Strahan from now on next year, I guess.
Yeah.
I won't believe it. I won't believe he's retired until like next season starts and then like the end of.
I'll believe he's retired once I see him on Fox on the Sunday,
afternoon.
Bodega
Mariachi.
YTC, did you hear about Brian Ayuk had a New York Giants jersey?
Don't do that to me.
Yeah, I heard that.
Boo. It's a real picture. There's a real picture. It's on that Brad SF Brad channel.
I know T-Rose because we're going to probably get him out of their division.
Imagine you guys picking up Brian Ayuk.
Yeah, YTC. Go take my Arizona State alumni.
Balsahar University.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys find out any updates on the coordinator?
Basically, so far, basically right now, the only concrete is that the Niners requested to see Steve Wilkes. That's the only thing. Again, we'll find out more tomorrow.
I pray you do that.
Oh yeah, David Corona, tune in for that video. This week I'm going to drop the video, discussing Brandon Ayuk in my wide receiver preview for my team. Right. I'll be dropping the video on that, so tune in for that.
Oh, okay.
We're keeping Brandon Ayuk. No, we're not going to get rid of him.
Nah, I hope not.
I want him to take him. Those are the two realistic trades I would want to make.
You already got one of our receivers, so you can keep him.
No, you know why? Because he wants to stay with his boy. You want to go with his boy.
James.
Yeah, Richie James.
You could have Richie James.
Nah, he's gonna go help Richie James remember how to catch.
YTC spends his night practicing.
Practicing accordion, Spanish guitar. What the?
David Corona, where are you? I mean, David McNiner, where are you?
He's
guitar notes after spinning through some Dominican glass. Oh my god!
Yeah.
First of all, what do you mean Dominican? I mean, I live with more Puerto Ricans than Dominicans are on my block. What do you mean Dominicans?
Ryan, what happened to your light?
If anything,
if you guys go to my channel and you watch my only video, I have like electrical problems. I either have a ghost or I have something weird, and we'll be sitting here for a minute, and my lights will come back on.
Ghost.
It could. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, it's really weird. Like, I'll lose power on one side of the house, and then it'll come back on, and I'm just so thankful I have house insurance.
He said a ghost.
Yeah.
So I have a question for the panel. Everyone who wants to answer the question. Should we blame the New York Giants for losing to the Eagles?
Are we still on?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
First of all, you're expecting a team that was rebuilding that didn't have any expectations to help you take away a stacked team like the Eagles.
Oh man. Anyway, shout out to David. He keeps saying that.
Like I don't unretire once the next season starts getting closer. He will get that football itch and then he would call.
He said it's at the Ghost
the
of Awesome
Niners.
Kid. Wow.
Is what?
No, TOP with the Ghost video.
The Ghost is awesome.
2019.
Yeah, I don't.
Awesome Kid.
I don't know
Like,
why.
you know his Ghost voice.
I don't know why. I don't know why Cardinal fans are hiding though. Just because we lost out on Sean Payton. I mean, there's still options out there.
John Jay.
What up?
What's
I
up,
guess it's just
brother?
them overreacting, I guess, because they didn't get anybody flashy.
This is-
Let me
got
say one
David-
thing before. David
What's
Menard, if you in the chat or listen on your second device, you can come on in. I can set.
Yeah, you can have more people
10
now.
people. I can add more people.
Go ahead.
Let me see something. I got a feeling there might be someone streaming, and he may be there.
Yeah, that's why I say. That's why I say if he's on the second device,
How many people you have now?
10.
I was a victim of the hurt business.
Oh,
You were
wow.
also a victim too, TOP. You lost too. You also lost to the hurt business. But who did you lose to before you had played the hurt business a few weeks back? I'll wait. Don't make me bring it up.
At this rate, Cal is turning the 90s into the 1990s Buffalo Bills this offseason.
Ah,
This offseason is very important. So what y'all think about that?
Bro,
I sort of agree, but I think we're more comparable to like the 2000 Eagles.
1990 Buffalo. First of all, you want to go back in another 20-year drought and not win a playoff game?
If you go back to like the Andy Reid Eagles with McNabb, they went to like 4 NFC Championship games in a row. We're basically doing the same thing.
So in 2021, Eagles, the Chiefs played the Eagles in Philadelphia in Week 4. They beat the Eagles 42-30, but they were passing the ball to Hill most of the time, and he's not on the team now.
God, this guy sucks.
Give me that.
Every team
I'm playing
here
2K, by the
was
way,
victimized of the hurt business.
the hurt business.
TRL, did your team play the Eagles?
Did my team play the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost by a field goal.
Who's
Yeah,
your
the
team?
hurt business got lucky in that game.
Who's your team?
Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals.
But he's not awesome, kid. He doesn't.
He's not awesome kids. Outside of Dylan Peterson and him, awesome kids. They're not awesome
And
kids.
the awesome kid is the one who comes in here and talks about how we're trash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who's
Didn't
this?
that
Who's this
Bills
guy?
team lost 4 Super Bowls in a row?
Oh, got you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying we're not really like the Bills because we didn't get to the
Every
Super
team here
Bowl.
was a victimized of the hurt business. Oh wow.
The Giants were twice victimized from the hurt business. just joking. Oh man.
Don't worry, we'll get back at them next year once
What's
we
your
get more
name?
weapons
Cardinals
around.
fan?
It's right there. It says TRL on his picture.
Oh, TR. Oh, I couldn't see it. It's small.
Yeah.
But don't
Oh,
worry.
okay.
We'll be back for the hurt
Okay.
business.
So
Yeah.
what's his name? Fred Warner's wife posted a video talking about that she's never going back to Philadelphia.
Yeah, they were giving her the fucking plane treatment, saying, I hope your plane crashes.
What the fuck?
I hope
What
your
the
husband dies in a plane crash. That's what I heard, something like that.
Oh, hell no. That's disrespectful.
How bad is it up there in Philadelphia? Because like when the Niners, like everyone posted the videos when they were outside, but when they got inside the stadium, it wasn't as bad as outside.
Well,
Because it's
okay,
people
like,
that didn't pay that didn't pay for their tickets and they're more fucked up.
well, like what you were saying, like 95.7, Bonte and what
Butcher Boy.
Shiesty, Butcher
Yeah.
Boy.
Yep.
So they got to go into the stadium and stuff, and they got videos of them walking in and walking out. But listening to them on the radio, they were saying, the Eagles were getting really loud and they're getting like really aggressive in the stadium. and Vontae walked up to a couple of people, and that's when they backed down because Vontae's a pretty big guy, and he's not going to keep that. But they got beer thrown on him while they were walking into the stadium, while they were sitting there watching the game, and
the
while
keys
they were
to
leaving.
travel in packs, like I said, so they can't harass you.
Butcher Boy, the Butcher Boy is where I grew up, an area called Excelsior. That area is like
Every time I went,
like very blue collar, it's like the majority is like black and Hispanic, and it's close by the Cow Palace. So that's where I am. So for the Butcher Boy, like he was saying, he said I've been to the Raider Stadium, and they're very, very rowdy. And he says I still am not a big fan of the Raider crowd, but he says just going to Philadelphia, he says now I understand why when he goes to New York and does radio shows with the New York people, the New York radio people he said now I respect Giants fans for the bull crap that they got to deal twice a year.
I'm just sitting here.
Is that you, Troy Williams, retiring?
Oh, you got it.
No, he's not going to retire. He just was emotional. He's going to get paid too much money coming this season. Way too much money.
Oh hell yeah, we need him to come back.
But he only has so many years left. We can't keep wasting his talent.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Good block.
So is anyone going to watch that flag football game? Because I'm not.
I'm only watching the skill competition thing. Like when they
definitely.
demonstrate the sideline catches and stuff like that,
Yes.
just that.
If players
skills.
are that scared to get hurt at the end of the year, then just cancel the Pro Bowl. Just cancel the Pro Bowl.
And it's the last time I'll see a couple of Giant players in that game, obviously. That too.
Just cancel the Pro Bowl. It's like
CMC made it, huh?
it's not even
the
working.
Pro Bowl,
to see Saquon, Andrew Thomas, and Dexter Lawrence over there, but yeah.
the Pro Bowl, like it used to. I don't know, maybe when they tackled, but even back in the '90s, I mean, like it still had like that. It's the Pro Bowl. It doesn't count, and people really liked it because you got to go to Hawaii. The players did. But now that they're moving it around and stuff like that, people don't want to go to Detroit for the Pro Bowl. Come on, like. I don't know.
Like for me,
I don't like the Pro Bowl.
like even when because the Pro Bowl, like basically you had a first quarter unit, a second quarter unit, and a second half unit. So in the first quarter was like the top guys, just playing for one quarter, basically like the preseason. And then you had like the guys who were just underneath the superstars who were still good players. But it was a second half where like the players who were like just under the elite, bottom of the elite, basically like these guys were the mid-tier top players. They would still play football, but the defense would basically like not tackle hard, and that's why the scores in the second half ran up.
They went to the 50s.
At least there were still like minor tackles, and like they understood.
Also, don't forget Sean Taylor getting a clean hit on that would never happen today.
At the end of the day, like again, just like I said, hey, if they want to play the Pro Bowl, like just do basically the first top units, where they can play serious. Then in the second half, they can just do whatever the hell they want, like they used to do.
They can't even fucking blitz.
Okay,
Wow.
hold on for a minute, y'all. Do y'all know who is one pick?
Number one pick season. Oh, number one pick season. That's TOP.
Oh,
That's
it's the Bears fan.
You know how lame that is?
It's the Bears fan.
Who's celebrating the number one pick?
Whatever.
Okay, coming in
TOP.
the number one pick. TOP.
What up?
Hey, how you doing?
Niners still better than
First
Bears.
of all, let me thank Corey Davis for having me on his stream. I'm very honored.
Welcome.
Niners still better than the Bears.
I'm gonna let you have that one, John Jacobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know you're traumatized after that loss.
Yeah. You guys beat us. Yeah, week one. Enjoy that victory because whenever we play the Bears, we're gonna break whatever. Never mind.
The Bears always play us tough, though. They always
do
play us tough.
They
And I
do.
think the Bears were the first team to I think they beat us opening game at Levi's.
That's right.
That was in Chicago.
No, it
No,
was
This year was
Levi's.
Chicago.
What?
2014.
It's still Levi's. Last I checked, our stadium is not named Levi's. It's still Soldier Field.
Our first game at Levi's.
Robbie Gold might be going home, huh?
Here
Chicago?
comes my guy. I've been waiting for David
McNair.
David McPimp.
Sorry, guys. So
McNair.
I hold on. I gotta pause the YouTube because it's doubling up on me. Okay, there we go. But I have a Honda in my driveway. I have a triplex, and the wheel studs broke. The wheel literally came flying off of it. So I've been out there trying to figure out how to change wheel studs in the street.
Oh, wow.
Fun.
Wow, that is.
You know, I
Oh,
bet
it's all
TRL
good.
somehow
My
involved in
neighor.
this. But
I have a neighbor that's an engineer. He's
Yeah,
on it. So
oh,
I'm
I
not
heard
sure.
that. Damn.
wait, do I sound low or do I
he
sound
could
okay?
probably whip that thing out in
sound
15
okay.
minutes. You'd be surprised what I've seen that guy do.
That was hilarious. I heard that.
So all this dude, YTC and TRL, they hate because they don't got the number 1 pick. They're like, oh, how lame that is.
Yeah, because my team.
Yeah.
You know how
because
lame that is?
Why? Because my
Oh
team
my
actually
god,
made
that's
the
so lame.
playoffs.
Who celebrates that?
You know what?
My
You know
team
what?
actually made the playoffs and
Hey,
we
hold
beat
up.
you guys in the same year.
You know what? CEO is
Yeah.
actually. You know what? CEO is actually right. You're the equivalent of the Browns having a 0-16 parade. All right.
Okay, but we didn't go
Yeah.
0-16 though.
Who are we
You
talking
still got the
about?
That
number
makes
one
no
pick?
sense.
TOP, what
And I
up,
heard
buddy?
y'all want to trade up away from it. And
Bro,
your
the
whole fan
Texans
base
came up with the
was
same
talking
record
about
as we did. All right, so what are we talking about?
And also, your whole fan base was wanting to get rid of
Something,
Justin
Niner, how you
Fields,
doing?
first of all, with that number 1 pick. How bad it was. Why are you celebrating having a number 1 pick?
And besides that,
Unless you're
like
gonna trade up.
I'm not celebrating. I'm just saying, it's like
Okay, so David McNair.
You may have to get rid of it though, because apparently they're sticking with Fields and trading down. Apparently, so.
yeah, you know what? We're gonna trade with the Cardinals, and they're gonna take CJ Stroud. So yeah, enjoy that.
Oh, wow.
CJ Stroud, huh?
Ohio State.
Okay.
Hey, Ohio State QBs never.
Hold on. Another Ohio State quarterback. Has one ever done anything in the NFL?
Nope.
Not yet.
Nope. Not ever.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
Corey's
I'm not
talking.
just saying. I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Go ahead,
Oh,
Corey.
my hands are numb, guys. It is literally 8 degrees outside right now.
Oh, damn. I thought it was bad over
Well,
here at
there
27 right now.
there comes about a week where we get Arctic temperatures every winter, and it's that week right now.
In Utah.
So-
Wow.
Damn, we lost.
And
I thought it was
kidding?
bad
At
over
work,
here.
we haven't turned the heater on at work in 2 years.
Oh, you
because
don't
all
have a
the
heater? Oh, you're
machines-
definitely in the trenches.
No, this is at work, and because all the machines keep it a balmy 68, 70 degrees in there.
Oh, it's
and
only
been
27 where
I
I'm
had
at
to,
compared to what you have.
I had to fix the thermostat because it was broken and fire it up because it's been so cold.
I'm not trying to be rude,
That's where
but
I'm at
I
right
think
now.
Corey's trying to talk.
I was just
Yeah,
out
Corey?
there running my car because it don't move in the wintertime. I'm not salting up my Camaro. No way.
Okay.
You wanted to say something, Corey?
No way.
Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, I'm trying to say to y'all the week
The picks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, David McNair.
0-2. Oh, okay.
3-3. Let's see. I saw something wrong.
I was just 0-2 last week.
Oh yeah, 0-2. But this is the total for during the
Oh,
playoffs. This is the total for the playoffs.
Yeah.
David 0-3. YTC 2-4. Bryant 2-4. David Corona 2-4. John J 3-3. Me 2-4. TOP 4-2. And not a game on here, so I don't have to mention his right now. He's 2-4, I guess. And this is the order I'm going.
Okay.
He actually you went the Super Bowl. YTC is first. David Corona, Bryant Cook, David McNiner, John J,
All right, here we go.
me, TOP, and then Alpha, but they haven't showed up not a game or Dina, so I'll be skipping them. The TRL.
I haven't showed up, but I'm 3-3.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let me write that down. TRL WL 3 and 3.
When did you post that? Never mind.
Mhm. Okay, so YTC, who you got for the Super Bowl?
Just
I
for
want you to
us.
tell me the points too.
The point spread? Okay. All right. You know, all our teams on the panel got bodied by the Hurt Business, especially my team the most. Definitely going to be rooting for the Chiefs, and also because Mahomes is light years ahead of the Hurt Business.
You
So,
know,
yeah,
it
Chiefs.
wasn't. I don't think it was the Hurt Business, to be honest with you, buddy. When we lost our QB, it was game over.
We still got blown up with score-wise, though, but yeah. At the end of the
Dude,
day.
we lost our QB way early in that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
was
that
fucked up.
affected the game 100%. Our other QB came in and couldn't do a thing.
And plus,
So
Well, you should have started Jimmy V. Bought him over, but whatever.
And plus, Brock Purdy came back in, and he couldn't even pass the ball. All they're doing
So
is
why put him back in? That's my
handball.
question. Why put him back if you know he can't throw the ball?
Because Josh Johnson couldn't go back in, and they thought they had a better shot with Purdy going up there and calling out the cadence and knowing the playbook and being able to potentially hand off the ball. I don't think it was the best decision, but I can see their logic. I mean, you could have Kyle Juszczyk go there and play quarterback. Maybe he's just not as comfortable with the plays. Or maybe have CFC or Debo.
At that point, you could just put Debo at quarterback and run
just like I
Wildcat.
said, it's just like I said. The second our QB got knocked out, we were done. That's it.
But the players did though. They walked back up to Purdy. Kittle, they basically begged him, go back in, at least hand off the ball. Let's finish this team
New York Giants fan now.
Let's finish this game together.
No, I'm not.
I think they knew that they didn't have a chance at the end, but they still wanted to go out as a team.
Shout out to Brian for making me realize that the Y does look like a J.
David
It
Villa.
does.
The New
The
Jersey.
New Jersey Giants. The New Jersey Giants.
So I have a question real quick, like for David Villa. So I've heard people say David Villa or David Villa. So
I'm assuming it's the Spanish pronunciation Villa with the two L's.
I think so. I just want to confirm the actual pronunciation because I don't want to chop up the guy's name. You know.
No, fuck that. We got too many Davids around here, bro. I only know one.
If it's David Villa, type a yes. If it's
The Colts
David
of
Villa, type a no, please.
You
The
should have a
children of
Lakers
David.
fan.
I'll
Like,
stop.
I'm convinced most 49er fans are named David now.
Hey, there's nothing. It's a fantastic name. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
King David from the Bible.
David Villa, you could also come in if you want to.
This bitch using a knife.
Yeah. I might have to cut out at some point because I'm waiting to hear. It is actually my birthday, and I'm waiting for a lady friend.
Oh, your birthday today.
David.
Uh-huh.
Happy birthday,
Happy
David.
birthday, man.
It's V.
Happy birthday,
David.
How old are you now?
Yeah, Villa, like Pancho Villa.
I'm
You know what I mean?
46 years old.
Oh, 46? Right on.
Pancho Villa, quesadilla. Yeah. Oh.
Wait,
Yes.
is that the
Happy
number
birthday.
of chicks you hooked up with, man, or what's up with that?
So your birthday is February 1st, huh?
Probably.
No,
Since-
that's
since
that's the amount of
probably
you know, the
October.
amount you made for Giant Station the other day.
Shout out to the team that owns Utah. Cough, cough.
Arizona State.
Okay,
Huh?
Also hard.
Hold on. Arizona State,
Hold on.
reigning Pac-12 champions, baby.
5 national titles. Count them up.
All right. Time to go
let's
back,
get
to this one.
Get back on topic.
They said happy
Thanks,
birthday.
Okay,
But yeah, happy birthday though. Happy birthday.
happy
Thanks.
birthday, David.
We should sing a happy birthday song to him. Happy
No,
birthday.
no, please
to
don't.
you. Oh no.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to David. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, audience, you also could put in your vote, too. But back to you, YTC. You said Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City screwed the business.
And what was the score going to be?
The score? Final score, 34-31. That's 65 points right there. I'm going by high scoring.
34-31, you
And-
said?
Yeah, 34-31.
Okay. Next, David C.
Let's see. I go with Kansas City, 37-27 by 10.
Mm.
You think it's a blowout? All right.
Because last time they played, it was 42-30.
That doesn't matter here. We'll see.
Yeah. So my pick is KC, 37-27. Chiefs.
37.
27.
And so I can always say his name right. What you say his name was? Last name was David McNally?
Villa.
Villa.
Pancho Villa.
He said Pancho Villa. There are restaurants in California, the Pancho Villa restaurant.
Sweet. It is definitely Villa. Okay. Yeah, John Jay, I've always heard you call him Villa and other guys call him Villa. It's like I'm sitting there going, hold on a second here.
Yep.
So the Spanish language in Spain is a little bit more formal, and then like in the Latin countries it's more relaxed. So that like it's like British English versus American English. We are more relaxed, but Americans have our own dialogue that makes us so different than the European English.
But yeah, basically the two L's, like it has that J sounding pronunciation when you put two L's together. Yeah, so that's how it is.
There's a lot of Spanish folk where I'm at.
Yep.
But I only know I do know some of the language here and there, but I definitely know when I'm getting cussed at.
Okay, next is Brian Cook. Who you got winning and what score?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I think it's gonna be like 31-17 or 31-21 or something.
31.
I think the Eagles have a chance. I really do, but I don't. No, I'm not gonna say I really think they have a chance because I don't see the officiating on this game being favorable for the Eagles. I don't see Patrick Mahomes, who's, in my opinion, injured still, and limited. Unmobile. I think they're going to favor him, especially with like Brady being.
Yeah, he's the golden boy of the NFL.
Exactly. So I don't think they're going to be able to get the hits on him like they would have Purdy or Josh Johnson or other quarterbacks like your quarterback, Danny.
Yeah.
So Danny Dimes. So I don't want to root for the Eagles. I don't think they got there fairly. I think they're a good team, but I think that game was just a little bit. Like John Lynch said today, I'd like to see our squad play again. Healthy.
Like John Lynch. Yeah, John Lynch was like, he says it's unfair that the Eagles did not get to play our full squad.
Yeah. So I would definitely like to see that happen, but it's not. But
Maybe next year.
Realistically, yes.
well, next year it's not going to be Purdy. Purdy's going to be having to rehab.
No, like the entire squad healthy, but yeah.
And it's not going to be the entire squad either because we have so many people going to free agency. We have so many people on 1-year contracts. So unless everybody decides to take a really cheap deal and run it back, how many years have we been running it back? And I think it goes really back to like who this team gets as a defensive coordinator. Because if we get a certain defensive coordinator, the personnel might change that way. Or if we go and get some help for Kyle, because Kyle needs help. Obviously, Kyle needs help. Somebody's got to be saying, "Hey, throw that flag." So for me, I'm going to be rooting for the Chiefs because you can't root
put
for a
your eggs
tie.
in one basket next year entirely and just go get the quarterback. This roster's too talented to be wasted.
YTC, I agree. That's what I've been saying too. This team is built for a veteran quarterback right now. We just need somebody who can
They're
come
built
in.
for Super Bowls, just you don't have a quarterback.
We have a Super Bowl roster that needs a veteran quarterback to lead it. Trey Lance can manipulate it and have the mechanics to do it, then I'm for it. But we don't know that for sure. That's why like if Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or somebody that is of that caliber or close to it, I think we can make a really good run and win the Super Bowl. But you guys can see in what we're doing with rookies. And Kyle's going to say it's his playbook, it's his scheme. So I'm going to root for the Chiefs, and once again, you can't root for a tie. So
yeah, because no tie in the Super Bowl.
Nope. Okay.
No, imagine a Super Bowl's played till like 1:00 in the morning.
Okay, David McNiner.
In a shootout.
David McNiner, you still there?
Is he there?
McNiner, did you fall asleep on stream?
He still has
I
the
think
picture.
I think one of his girls escaped the house, bro. He got to go get him.
Hold on a second, guys. I'm on the phone with my mom.
Ooh,
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no, never mind.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
But
John,
Mom, she got away from my premises. I'll stop.
John J.
All right.
What's this?
So the Super Bowl. Oh my goodness. The Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams I do not like.
I understand the Eagles, but the Chiefs, why? I don't know.
The Chiefs,
They
beat us in 2019.
I wasn't trying to mail it.
They're not over it. Damn.
You know, the last time the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, I was so glad that they beat Tom Brady, so I was happy.
Oh, the worst day of my life. I don't want this to be the second.
We all know YTC was dancing around. Yeah, just joking.
Oh,
I got the Kansas City Chiefs by default. I got the score 26-21, Kansas City.
all right.
Okay. So next is me. Now, my gut feeling, I don't like it, but my gut feeling says the Eagles.
Oh wow!
Because of that defensive line. And with Patrick Mahomes with their ankle, he ain't gonna be able to escape that good.
There's my ghost again.
So
Wow.
I gotta go with the Eagles.
Yeah.
And I'm going a close game, though. It's gonna be 24-17.
And you said you're taking the Eagles?
Yeah. I'm taking the Eagles. Even though I went with my gut. My gut feeling says the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because of now, if what's his name wasn't hurt and he could get away and like,
Where'd he go?
then I will pick Kansas City.
I think
Mahomes
Mahomes will be ready. He has 2 weeks, so he'll be ready.
Yeah, maybe so. But right now, I'm just looking at it, and I gotta say Philadelphia.
Corey Davis
we
going
go-
with Philadelphia.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm dead.
David McNiner. Can you talk now?
Yes. Yes.
All right, you finally got the woman in line. Also,
No, he was talking to his mom.
I was talking to my mom. Come on now.
Yeah, be nice.
but so at this point, I'm still thinking, if we had QB1, we never know what would have happened in this game. And we lost. Well, I'm calling Brock Purdy QB1. Did you guys notice that? At this point, I still don't think the Eagles have what it takes to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been there. They've done that. They have a lot of playoff experience. So I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs, 34-24.
Who disappeared? Oh, TOP did. No, TOP is still here.
No, Corona.
I'm still here.
I think David Corona.
Oh, David Corona disappeared.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I just dropped my.
Hey,
camera.
Corona, man. I prefer Modelo though.
So what you score to say, David? I'm sorry.
I know Gavin
I'm
prefers
saying
Heineken.
34 Chiefs, 24 Eagles.
Since his favorite quarterback's named after the beverage.
Okay, TOP.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who you got winning and what score?
Well, I know I'm gonna upset a lot of people here, but I gotta pick those damn feathers, green feather birds over there, man. I have to give it to the Hurt Business, man. I just believe they're the more complete team. Better secondary, better defensive line, better offensive line. Better weapons. I mean, shit. They're stacked, man. This year, there's no other way to put it. So I'm just gonna give them 31-24 Eagles.
What?
My reaction exactly, but whatever.
Well,
They're stacked, bro. Hey.
Coming back, David Corona.
Oh man.
Okay. CRL.
Who are you taking, David?
Dude, what is he doing?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I took the Chiefs, buddy. They're at 34-24.
Yeah, I take the Chiefs too.
Okay. TRL. Who you taking and what score?
All right, Super Bowl 57, hosted in the beautiful city that I grew up in Glendale, Arizona. Eagles, Chiefs. First off, I just want to, before I tell you who I think is going to win, I just want people, if they haven't already, look at how Philly got to the Super Bowl real quick. So they beat a Giants team that had no idea what the playoffs was like. And I'll give it to Philly. They did their part. They won. And then in the title game with, they beat the Niners, and even with Brock Purdy, it looked like they were going to win. But still, we don't know what the game would have turned out if Brock Purdy didn't get injured. So I just want to point out that I still don't really think Philadelphia has beaten anybody that is Super Bowl worthy yet. And now they're facing a team that is Super Bowl worthy. So I'm going to pick Kansas City 31-21.
31-21. Okay.
Who are you taking?
Chiefs. 31-21.
So only me and TOP is taking the Eagles. Everybody took Kansas City.
We riding with the Hurt Business over here.
He said the Hurt.
We're running for its downfall.
Oh, hell no.
Watch you see. Don't get mad at me because I swept you beat you 3 times, bro.
And they beat you too.
Don't get mad at me. They beat us too, but they only beat us once. They beat y'all 3 times, bro. Get out of here.
But see, the thing though with the Eagles too that I think we're all not looking at is Hurts is hurt. He's still hurt, and he came into the playoffs. He wasn't throwing a whole lot. Then when we played him, we did hit him at the end of the game, and it was the end of the game, yeah. But he didn't throw the ball anymore, and it wasn't because their score was so high. he stopped throwing the ball. They started just running the ball. We got a good hit on his shoulder. So he has 2 weeks, and Mahomes has 2 weeks to heal up. But they're both injured quarterbacks going into the Super Bowl.
Yep, you got that right.
Huh? So you think so? Huh? But we'll see.
God damn.
So, John Jay,
Yep.
do you think we're gonna hire Vic D'Angelo or CG was telling me you said another person they was going to interview. I think it was Wilson. If I'm correct.
Steve Wilkes. Steve Wilkes.
Steve Wilkes.
So
who you think they go by hire?
So after watching the press conference, for 25 minutes, Kyle said that whoever they bring in, they do not want to change up the system. So I don't know what that means, because when it comes to Kyle, he says things that is sort of true, sometimes lies.
Hey, just to report some paranormal activity. Go ahead.
Please get Steve. Please get Steve.
Crazy Juice scoring for the Chiefs, 27-20.
Listen, just to let everybody know, there's paranormal activity in the chat, man. Awesome Kid just appeared. So.
Oh, Awesome Kid! It's Awesome Kid.
We got some paranormal activity over here.
Talking smack. Anyway, no disrespect to Vic Fangio. He is a good coach.
He's with the Dolphins now.
I want. No,
Steve
that's
Wilkes.
not been confirmed.
I want Steve.
He backed out of the. Yeah, he backed out of the deal. Sorry, John Jay.
No, my bad.
It was a verbal agreement, and then he backed out because he's waiting for the 49er offer. The Niners want to interview Steve Wilkes, and they want to keep their options lucrative to see if they can get Fangio cheaper.
Crazy
But Fangio's
27-20 Chiefs.
He's going to be re-signed because he's very familiar. He's been around, but that's just my opinion. But they're trying to get him. They're trying to get him at a low price because they know the Dolphins want him, and the Dolphins are trying to get him low too. So they're going to go through their interviews. They're going to go through like 2 people before they interview.
Yeah, but you guys are going to change your whole defense, though.
No, not true. Not true because Fangio runs a hybrid, and if you go back and look at him in the Chicago and you look at him in Denver, they ran a hybrid.
Okay, hold on. TOP.
It was a 3-4.
So TOP,
it's
let me ask
hybrid.
you. Hold on, TOP. You're the Bears guy. When Fangio was there, what did you guys run?
Ran a 3-4.
There. It's a
3-4 scheme, no tackle, and 3 D linemen.
Fangio always had top 10 defenses everywhere he goes. So
yep. Also, when he
got
was
top
in
10
Denver,
but he left us. And our defense wasn't the same, bro. So it's like you got to keep him long term.
Didn't he go to your guys' team twice?
All right.
Wasn't he your head coach?
I'm needed outside, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, man.
It was John Fox, but
John Fox was the head coach, yeah.
Yeah, so
then it was Nagy who kept him.
I'll say this.
So was Fangio only your guys' defensive coordinator?
I'll say this. When Vic Fangio was in Chicago, he was the real coach of the year.
Yep,
Well,
I cannot dispute that. Yep.
That's what I'm asking. Was Fangio the head coach of the Bears, or was he only their defensive coordinator?
I want to put it like this: he was the shadow head coach.
He was like the actual.
He was the one. He was the basically their head coach was the marionette. He was the puppeteer.
So basically, he didn't have the title, but he was the reason why the Bears were good.
Because Fangio went to the Broncos as the head coach, right?
Yeah. So basically, when he was with the Broncos, he ran also 3-4. They had 2 outside linebackers, 2 middle linebackers.
Well, I definitely hear what you guys are saying.
Have a quarterback, obviously, but yeah.
He has been known to run a hybrid, and if you Google it, it'll come up. He can run a 3-4 or 4-3.
So
the guy's been in the defense.
Basically, to answer Corey's question, no disrespect to Fangio, I know there are a lot of 49er fans that want him. I want Steve Wilkes because he's one of the most underappreciated coaches in the NFL. When he was in Carolina,
yeah, he is, and rightfully so.
And he was in Carolina. The players did not want him to leave when he went to the Cardinals. Now that situation again, I'm not a Cardinals fan. We have one there. He got 1 year, and he kind of got hosed, and they went a different direction. So
Yeah.
we'll see what he can do if he's on the Niners. And again, when it comes to Kyle, because like John Lynch was saying, I give Kyle advice. Kyle makes the decisions. He said that during the press conference. So if Kyle says, I don't want Vic Fangio, and they're saying, we're going to give you advice about him, and he says, no, get ready. Because like last year, we hired a former ESPN commentator, and he's done a good job with the quarterbacks this year. So in my gut, don't be surprised if Wilkes is hired or a outside name that no one is seeing.
Okay, coming in. He's another Arizona fan.
Oh,
Allegedly.
That talks a lot of.
I took that shit away.
the ghost. Oh yeah, you forgot he took the fan car.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
TRL ran the custom service, and Awesome Kid didn't come through. So yeah.
Awesome Kid.
What?
He said he ran the custom server and he didn't go through. He's on the no-fly list.
Yeah,
I did.
Awesome
Yeah,
Kid.
Awesome
Who you
Kid.
going for?
What's up, Felix?
Who you taking in the Super Bowl?
He's taking his Eagles.
He's taking
What's
his
the score?
her business.
He's taking
always.
his Eagles.
Okay, let him talk. Let him talk. Awesome Kid, who you taking?
I'm taking the Eagles.
Of course.
Perfectly. That's what they call TOP.
What's the
Huh?
score?
Hell
And
no.
What'd you say?
I want to
Awesome
say
Kid, what score?
26 to 23.
20 what? I couldn't
26 to 23.
26 to 23.
Yo, he sounds like he got a retainer in his mouth, bro. Like, speak.
Still waiting on TOP to take away his voice modifier too.
Bro, it's not a fucking. Yeah, it's my actual voice. Don't be hating because you sound like David Villa over here. Don't
I,
be hating
really,
on me.
I don't give a
No,
shit.
we're,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a
I don't give a fuck either. It's my real voice.
Yeah, TOP drinks too much whiskey.
Before or after the whiskey, also never mind. Get me to it.
it's a combination of the whiskey and the Newports, guys. Come on.
Okay, David McNiner. Who you? Okay, John said you didn't get to hear what John said. Who you think we might hire for our defensive coordinator? Vic D'Angelo, whatever his name, and
I think Steve Wilkes is the number one choice. But then again, I also think that that he has to go through the interview. Damn it, that's too big. And
That's what she said.
I'm digging through my
What's the
tools. I'm
interview?
looking. I'm trying to seat wheel studs without a press. So this is a interesting saga I got going on here. I know I have an where are my diesel impacts? Oh, they're in the toolbox. But
Toolbox.
I have so my dad, God rest his soul, was a diesel mechanic. The man was like 5'5", 125 pounds, wet, and he could rip out a big rig transmission on the side of the road and replace it. But I have all his tools. So now I'm looking, I wonder if that would work.
TRL, give the man some guidance, bro. You know your shit.
Well, what's going on?
So you can help out David over here. He needs some help.
Oh, we're
what?
trying to we're literally changing wheel studs on a car in my damn driveway
wow.
because it's blocking them.
Listen here, you fucking TOP, go fuck yourself, right? So fuck you.
Oh my
Oh, yeah,
goodness.
T-Rob, man, you have some nerve to add me on Instagram.
Yo. Shit is funny.
Okay.
He's still mad about the Raptors.
You
Hey,
have
you
some
did-
nerve
Huh?
to add me on Instagram about that
You did it
game.
to me. Hey, you did it to me first, so get the fuck
Wait,
out.
what
No,
happened?
you did it to me first.
Oh, here we go.
I was looking at
Okay.
your team.
Hold up.
I was doing my
Wait a
homework, right?
minute.
I heard I got a
Hold
notification
up.
saying
Wait
someone
a
added me
minute.
in the story. And you know what I saw? I saw what happened to the
Yeah.
Raptors.
What happened? Yeah, what happened, bro?
Yo, what happened? How you lose
All
to
right.
How you lose to the Suns without Devin Booker? That's my question.
Exactly, bro.
We lost to
Hey,
the
who do you
Clippers.
think
Fuck
Chicago's
that.
taking in the first round?
Man.
These nuts.
0 rings, TRL.
Actually, zero rings. You mean?
0 rings.
Let's see what a list for us.
David Corona.
Yes, sir.
Who you think they gonna
And,
hire?
we got the Knicks over here, and they're not even ready, so I'm not gonna waste my time on that.
Oh, here we go
Yep.
with the Knicks.
Don't
I
worry.
really don't
And
know.
guess what? You still didn't win. You may have
Okay,
won the
we
series, but I
are
know what we're at
football
the end.
talking right now.
Oh man.
Yeah,
David
shut the fuck up.
Corona.
I hope they bring somebody good. So I really don't know. Yeah, I hope we just need a good coordinator to step in.
Yeah,
You
I
get
think
Mike Patton.
I'm gonna agree with John Jay. I think they will go for David not David. Wilkes, because I can't pronounce his name. D'Angelo, whatever his name is, he want to change our defense to a 3-4.
What you doing?
Yeah, but your defense was a beast when you guys had him though. So
Yeah, it was, but we'll have to get go back, get players that can play that. I think we better at 4.
2019.
Also, Steve
Yeah,
Wilkes is a product of Ron Rivera.
yeah, we switched to a 4-3 now, so I think we're just gonna be stuck on that. Because when Fangio came in, that was the first time ever I think we ever had a 3-4 defense.
Mhm.
So
A lot of
and it
people
was good.
forget.
So
A lot of people forget about the 3-4. You need 2 inside linebackers. So the Niners
Yep.
currently only use 2
We run
linebackers,
the 3-4
and we
ourselves.
use our nickel corner sometimes. We occasionally go on 3 linebacker sets, but we would have to find another middle linebacker. And then Nick Bosa, I don't know what's going to happen to him because I don't know if he can play like D line. Because a lot of people forget, even though he's a D line, he's an edge rusher. His job is to rush the quarterback every play, even when they run the football. And a lot of people get that mixed up with Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is a linebacker, so he can play off coverage. So we may have to find someone or try to make Nick Bosa be more of a linebacker, which won't make any sense at all. So,
Okay. YTC. Are y'all getting rid of any coach or losing any coaches?
No, I don't think so. We're keeping Kafka and Martindale. They got interviews with the Colts, and also the Cardinals, but they're gonna stay. I think it's more than likely.
Okay, TOP. Do y'all think y'all gonna lose
sir.
any coaches or gaining? Or
Nah, we went 3-14, man. We ain't losing nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we ain't losing shit. We ain't losing anybody, man.
okay,
Just good, man, because it's stability. So yeah.
TRL or Awesome Kid. What about the Cardinals?
You gotta ask TRO more because
Yeah,
they got his fan card revoked.
Let the actual Cardinal fan talk. All right.
Damn.
So we obviously we couldn't get D'Amico or Sean Payton. That's obvious. So for head coach, I think we're gonna get a really underrated candidate, and that's the Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan, because apparently he's been getting like a lot of praise lately and shit. So I mean, and obviously we don't really have a better option besides Brian Flores, who, I mean, the Cardinals interviewed him like 10, 11 days ago, and they haven't done a second interview yet. So it's clear as day he's probably not going to come to Arizona.
You guys the only team that hasn't picked a head coach yet, huh?
No, it's us and the Colts. So
you guys in the Colts?
yeah, us and the Colts. So I think To be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if the Cardinals waited until the Colts picked the head coach. But, I mean, I think we're going to get the Bengals offensive coordinator. And if we get their defensive coordinator, because
he's good too.
Because he's a top candidate too. If we get their defensive coordinator, there's talks of Eric Bieniemy leaving Kansas City, but not not as a head coach though, for like a coordinator job. Because I think apparently him and Andy Reid haven't been on the same page as play calling lately. So if we can get the Bengals defensive coordinator and try to get Bieniemy as our coordinator here, then that'd be pretty nice. But I feel like our top candidate right now is Brian Callahan, the offensive coordinator from the Bengals.
From the Bengals?
Yeah.
Do you agree, Awesome Kid?
No, Awesome Kid is glad they kept Dan Quinn.
You know what,
No, I
bro?
was more interested in keeping
To be
Pete Carroll
honest,
because
to
he's
be
a
way honest with
fan.
you, be honest with you, bro. I just want to coach out better than Kingsbury. To be honest with you,
Well, every coach.
it was Tom Payton. It was Tom Payton, but
Man, now you're better than
somebody didn't
Kingsbury.
want to trade the first round pick, so that's off the market.
Okay,
But
so
hold on, man.
Wait, to be honest, I don't know who just brought up the Dan Quinn joke, but to be honest, I think he was our top candidate before staying in Dallas because the Cardinals did 2
That was
interviews.
me.
Yeah, because the Cardinals.
Yeah,
did
you
2
know he's
interviews.
staying. No, he's staying in Dallas because he's going to be the next head coach over there. That's why he's staying.
Probably.
So they can
let's be for real. The
Quinn.
Cowboys. Yeah, Jerry Jones, man, he likes Dan Quinn too much. He can't get rid of him. So he probably offered him a side deal. Said, you know what? Come back with us 1 year. I'll get rid of this fat motherfucker over here, and then you can keep the head coaching job.
He sucks anyways. The head coach for the Cowboys. That fool sucks.
Yeah, there's a reason why Rodgers tanked for to get him fired.
It's not the head coach, man. It's Dak, bro. Dak is ass, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they paid him.
Exactly. It's not
They
the
paid him
coach.
$40 million.
It's the players.
Hey, I
It's
sent
Dak.
one.
He's a good enough quarterback, but he can't get over the hump.
I sent
No,
one.
he's just that type.
They're gonna try to extend Dak Prescott again. So overpay part 2
Again?
Oh my god, bro.
I hope they do. I hope
But
they do.
I think if Dak Prescott had a good coordinator, he might could go
No,
over that
speaking of
hump.
coordinators, Kellen Mond left the team now, so he's gonna have to get a new coordinator.
I remember Kellen Mond is going to be
No, Kellen Moore. I said Kellen Mond. Kellen Moore.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Kellen Moore. I remember everyone was kissing his butt. Oh, he's gonna be a next great coach. He was trash, and he made Dak.
He got carried by that defense, man. They've been getting carried by that defense.
Because
like,
people
low-key.
forget.
And that offensive line.
People forget. Let's see
just
what
said defense,
Brian, what's his name, Byron Leftwich can do with a young quarterback if he doesn't have Tom Brady. Let's see what Kellen Moore can do. Inheriting a quarterback like Dak. Dak regressed under him, so that's the reason why like a lot of people need to understand when it comes to hiring coaches. You do not get a coordinator just because they inherited a system and they have been really, really good. You go by the body of work. And a lot of people will always say, hey, all the great coaches are coming from San Francisco, but what about the other coaches that no one is talking about on the other teams? Because guess what? The Niners already filled a third spot of coaches. You had Saleh, D'Amico, and McDaniels. Don't forget McVay worked under Kyle, and LaFleur worked under Kyle. So when you look at technically all the coaches, you got about 5-6 coaches in the league under the Shanahan, also his father, going back to Bill Walsh. So you see, that's the reason why everyone is taking our coaches. But there are a lot of coaches out there that no one are looking at. So it's hard. It's hard to find a coach, and owners, they immediately said, let's get the best coordinator out there and bring him on the team. And then something, for whatever the reason, doesn't work.
Yeah, well, one of the Harbaugh's fucking, was that special teams coaches?
Yep.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yep. So do y'all believe that D'Amico Ryan's gonna be able to turn the Texans around.
Well,
I mean, it can't be worse than last year. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
That is true.
like if you really think
It
about
can't
it,
be worse than last year.
if you really think about it, the Jaguars went 9-8, the Colts went 8-6.
I say give D'Amico Ryan at least two to 3 years. Step up that defense and offense.
Listen, when it comes to the Texans, a coach can't get past 1 year there anymore.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's how impatient
No, I think he
the
might.
organization gets if you get,
I think he
you
might.
start out trash over there.
They fired David Coley after 1 year, and then they fired Lovie Smith after 1 year.
Well,
Yep.
again,
Houston's that impatient.
Again, as I said, Lovie Smith was there for like a 1 year ticket. They wanted Josh McCown. Josh McCown has never coached in high school. He's never coached in college. He's never coached in the NFL. The NFL, I did not know. There's a standard. You must have a minimum of 1 year coordinator experience in college to be considered as a head coach. I did not know that. And he was an assistant, a volunteer assistant for a high school. And the league was like, nope, he was not hired as a high school coach. Also, he needs a minimum of 1 year as a coordinator in college to be considered to be interviewed. So Lovie Smith was their defensive coordinator. There was a lot of BS going on with the league, with the Brian Flores. The Texans, they did that hire. Like it was screwed for him. Okay. And also, what's his name? The coach that they brought in before, that was a dumb hire. That was a dumb hire from New England. So that made no sense. And Brian, the coach who traded every good player from the Texans, that guy is a good play caller. Basically, he's a great play caller, good offensive mind. But as a head coach and a leader, nope. And he's not a general manager. So he kind of screwed up the Texans, fortunes after that. But when I look at that division, okay, so you got Indianapolis, the Jaguars, the Titans. The Titans, I don't know their future. The Jaguars look like they're going to run that division. The Colts, I don't know. Don't be surprised if we see a quick turnaround, because that is the most easiest division. Every year, it's no one wins that division back to back. The last time someone ran that division was Peyton Manning was in the Colts.
Yep. With an iron fist. Yep.
Is that true? D'Amico Ryan's taking a couple of coaches from with him from the Niners?
Actually, so D'Amico wants to get one of our offensive coaches. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm gonna pull up the roster.
So it is true. He's going with him.
All right, so hold on.
Yep.
Okay, so basically where is he? Where is his name? Bobby Slowick, our offensive passing game coordinator, could be leaving. So that's one coach. Anthony Lynn has got an interview with the Washington Commanders for their coaching vacancy. So,
the fire the head coach for the Commanders too.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera? No, I don't. What, they fired Ron Rivera?
So no. They need an offensive coordinator. Anthony Lynn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if Anthony Lynn becomes a coordinator, we get no picks for that because it's coaching vacancies.
Oh.
So if basically Bobby Sorwick leaves and becomes offensive coordinator, that's the West Coast Shanahan offense.
We get something out of it.
So we'll see. Nope.
No.
So
that sucks.
Brian Greasy could be promoted to offensive coordinator. Okay. On the defensive side, I won't be surprised if Johnny Holland could be leaving with him because he's a D'Amico guy.
We're on
So-
the
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot of changes in the coaching.
Yeah. So That's
What about
happened.
free agency? What are you guys getting in free agency?
all right, so free agency.
We got 23 players on free agent right now.
So I'm so mad, bro. They got they increased the salary cap, and there's teams like mine that are still barely under the freaking cap.
I know the 49ers have
Cannot relate. Ha 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 ha.
Yes,
the 49ers.
third
Listen,
cap.
this is how bad the rest of the league is. The Niners have 16.6 million. We have the 10th highest salary cap. So you are saying that half of the NFL is under the salary cap? What is going on? How are these teams spending their money?
Well, the Rams already. The Rams are there already. So
I mean, we can't
where
rate. I
all
don't know
this
how the
money-
Falcons are number 2 though. That's my
Where all
question.
this money coming from?
Hey, TOP, you want Hopkins? Give us your entire salary cap,
fuck
and
it.
then
Nope, not happening.
Where all this money coming from?
because no one wants
Fucking
to play
TV deals and all that
because
shit.
no one wants to.
Oh, okay.
Then
TV
again, I
deals.
can't talk about salary cap. We're probably going to be with you.
You know what? That's funny you say that because nobody wants to coach Arizona either. So enjoy that.
Oh,
We got a shit ton of people that came here actually in the past.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryans and Sean Payne didn't want to coach there, so enjoy that.
That's
Because
not
they got a hard division. That's why.
okay. So
That's true as well.
So Jimmy Ward last night was on Instagram Live, and he was very transparent. He said one team that he's interested in going
What a bitch. They're all
is
West.
the Raiders because his agent
Oh, hell
is
no.
talking to the Raiders.
Oh wow!
Damn.
But
Imagine
he
wants to
also
go to the Raiders.
says he also says he's planning on taking a trip in March
Cancun.
to Houston. And he
Going with
also says that he has Robert Saleh's phone number on speed dial. So basically, Jimmy Ward is gone, okay? Because that's what he said on his Instagram Live. So I'm not going to be sad because, again, I was never a big Jimmy Ward fan. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's gone. He's gone. Kyle made it 100% clear. Jimmy is not going to be on this roster next year. Bye-bye. So, Jimmy, we finally are going to never, ever, ever have to talk to you again.
He's
Damn.
going to the Raiders.
I don't believe that.
I believe that.
You know why? I just don't believe what Kyle Shanahan says anymore.
No.
You always say this, and then this comes.
Next thing you know, if they're done doing,
So he's made of glass, though. He's made of glass. Why would you keep him?
I don't want to keep him. I'm
Unless
just saying the
the
Niners.
Niners are on their third string quarterback and then he's off the waivers during the season.
Well,
man, that may need to work out a little bit more.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. If Jimmy goes to another team and he never gets hurt, then Kyle is a problem with the quarterbacks. Because again, he's only been on the Niners, and in the games that he has started, he's got hurt.
And the Phil Collins.
Nah, he got hurt with the Patriots too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But remember, he only played 2 games with the Patriots, so.
But didn't he get hurt on that? I think it was they were playing the Cardinals one year, and then he got hurt because I think one of them sacked him or some shit.
No, he ran out of bounds and he got hit outside when he was trying to run out.
That wasn't against us.
So anyway, at the end of the
Well, then
day,
this week I don't know.
At the end of the day, Jimmy's gone because Kyle, again, when he was asked about a veteran quarterback, he says, we don't need a veteran quarterback. So basically what you are saying in that press conference, again, this is the reason why, I criticize you. Brock Purdy is going to miss 6 months to rehab. If worst case scenario, he's going to be out for 9 months. Okay. That means that he's not going to have no time to practice when September shows up. So our only healthy quarterback is Trey Lance. So you're telling me that that Jimmy's not going to return. We don't need a veteran quarterback. You could tell Kyle Shanahan is tired of the quarterback questions. But at the end of the day, you're going to need 4 quarterbacks. You're going to need a practice squad quarterback and 3 on the roster. Because you want to know why? When it comes to Kyle, Trey and Purdy are going to get hurt again. I'm sorry to say this. Again, I love the Niners, but this has been happening since he's been the head coach.
I just think it's your I just think it's your strength and conditioning staff. Because that shit was happening to us too.
Whoever's on conditioning, you got to get fired.
And John Lynch was like, we take these injuries serious. Okay, let's talk about why Javon Kinlaw is always hurt. Why Eric Armstead the last 2 years has been hurt. Why Elijah Mitchell barely can stay on the field anymore. And John Lynch had the nerve to tell the media today. And I listened to everything he said. We take our health and wellness serious.
PR response.
But clearly they don't, because I mean the past like 6 years, you guys been dropping like flies. So
yeah. No, at this point, just cut your losses and fire whoever's the strength and conditioning coach and start all over. Cut your losses. Can't be no worse at that point.
Before we
it can't be no worse.
Last but not least, we're entering the 7th offseason with Kyle Shanahan, and we're still talking about who is quarterback number one. Even the Butcher Boy this morning said, the Butcher Boy made it clear, it's so dumb that we're calling who's QB number one. We want to know who's going to be the starting quarterback and can they stay healthy. Okay, the Butcher Boy always makes really good takes, and he's telling the truth. He says, this conversation, even after we lost the Super Bowl, we were still talking about replacing Jimmy after we lost the Super Bowl. In 2021, we're talking about replacing Jimmy. Last year, now we're going to talk about who is quarterback number one.
Just bring Aaron Rodgers.
So,
and they're not gonna get that, man.
Dude, you took Trey Lance third overall. Like you have to.
They have no choice but to play him.
No, we're not getting no Aaron
And besides,
Rodgers.
the Packers are not trading him in the NFC.
Because I remember, dude, I remember. I remember that specific.
Then go get Derek Carr. Get him from the AFC to the NFC.
I remember. Wait, hold on. I remember in that specific offseason, it was either get Trey Lance or Mac Jones, whoever you decide, and then or either that or trade the third pick for Aaron Rodgers. So I'm just saying, you took Trey Lance third overall. Just play him and see what he does on a fully healthy season.
So basically, this is what happened. So in 2021, it was reported a month later, okay, that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan said, "Hey, we'll give you the third overall pick for Aaron Rodgers." And then LaFleur was like, "We want 3 first-round picks," and they're like, "All right, we have no more first-round picks." So the third overall pick, I'm not saying it's like the number one pick where it's like gold. The third pick still get you some picks. Unfortunately, they just hung up the phone. So they tried. Okay. The Niners looked at Mac Jones. They looked at Mac Jones. His pro day was crappy. The ball hit the roof. He overthrew his receiver. Luckily, his receivers are very talented. He underthrew one of his receivers who are really talented. And the only throws that he was making were those little dump-offs.
Little screens.
So that's all he was doing. That was the dumbest pro day. Then he went to see Trey Lance. Trey Lance was bombing the ball down the field. He was basically throwing different types. He was rolling out. He was doing a bunch of stuff. And he was the only quarterback that got a private one-on-one and a team where other teams showed up. So then when they were in Ohio State, Kyle Shanahan, there was a picture where he and Justin Fields were chatting it up. Kyle put his hand, around, Justin Fields. They were having fun. But for whatever the reason, they went for Trey Lance. I think Kyle, even though I think Kyle was set in this process. Jimmy, finish your contract, and then we'll develop Lance. And unfortunately, they realized Jimmy got hurt in 2021, and they had to go a different direction. It's just
I actually want to bring up another thing too, because when they offered the third pick for Aaron Rodgers wanted the Packers to accept that trade. Like he wanted to go to the Niners.
But the Packers were not going to give up for one pick. And LaFleur, the general manager, they said, we're not going to give you we're not going to give you him for one pick. We want multiple picks. And even if you try to trade Aaron Rodgers, even though he's 39 years old, they still want 3 picks. That's how petty the organization is.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, to be fair, I hate being fair to those motherfuckers over there, but to be fair, you guys are within the NFC, so the fact that they were even talking to you is a miracle in itself. So
I know, and it confirms that Jordan Love is a bust because he got drafted. Yep. He got drafted in 2020, and for whatever the reason,
round, by the way.
Yeah, and the first one they traded up to get him.
I thought when I saw Trey Lance's draft thing, I thought he was the guy. I thought he was the guy, and I thought he was going to take us very far, but he got hurt. So I hope he's ready this time.
And the only reason, and again, I was watching the 2021 mock drafts. I listened to Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper said, if I was the Niners, I would draft Justin Fields, but because Kirk Cousins is the ideal Kyle Shanahan, I'm going to put a 30th ranked prospect to the number 3 overall pick. It really shows you. And he said, and I remember he said, when it comes to Justin Fields, he's the most talented, most athletic, has all the intangibles. The problem is I see him falling because he does not fit the mold of the other quarterback. First of all, Trevor Lawrence can run. He's not a stationary quarterback. Zach Wilson is a pocket present guy who can roll out.
You think if we had Justin Fields and he does what he's doing right now for Chicago, and
dude,
all those weapons we have,
too.
I see Kyle Shanahan's
you think he would take us to the Super Bowl?
I see Kyle Shanahan's system, and to be honest, with any quarterback, you guys play well. So yeah, Justin Fields definitely would have.
They didn't play. They didn't play well with Josh Johnson over there. I'll tell you that.
I know, because at the end of the day,
exactly.
At the end of the day, also, it was confirmed to me, during that press conference when he was asked about Jimmy Garoppolo, he immediately said, "No, he's not. He's done. Okay, he's not going to be on the roster," which also confirmed to me that he brought Jimmy Garoppolo there for no reason. So it really shows you that Kyle either has a bit of a gripe, and I don't know if it's his agent, but whoever gets him has to deal with that moron Don Yee. Whoever gets to know that guy, this guy Don Yee has screwed the Niners since he brought his client over here because the Niners wanted to franchise tag him for $24 million for one season. Don Yee says, "All right, you traded him in the middle of the season. He played really good for you in 5 games. We're not taking you are going to pay Jimmy Garoppolo, or we're going to go in the free agent market." So the Niners would have looked dumb if they would have let him walk after 5 games. So that's why we paid him the money, not because we wanted to, because we had to.
And you guys won all those 5 games too.
So, and Jimmy had no talent, and he was running around, scrambling. He was doing the things that all those quarterbacks, he was doing a lot of that. But after the ACL injury, either Kyle told him not to do it no more, or he's scared. So I think mentally, he worries about that knee, but the physical, like his body. So the brain is saying nope, but the body says I can still do stuff. That's the thing that's scary for an athlete. Mentally, if you cannot focus, even though you have the tools, that is a player you don't want out there. You don't want out there.
Yeah, you know what? That same shit happened to Dak too, because after he got hurt, after he got his ACL torn, or his knee blown out, he wasn't the same after that. He doesn't run. He's scared of running. And also, Kid was better to explain that because he's a Cowboys fan here. So.
Dude, this is why I say I'm not gonna for my quarterback, for instance, when he comes back from his ACL tear, I'm not gonna. I want to see how he plays first before I judge him, because I've seen guys like Joe Burrow tear his ACL and then go to the Super Bowl after coming back. I'm not saying Kyler's gonna do that, but I'm just saying just because the quarterback has one bad injury doesn't necessarily mean
Kyler Murray needs to good coach. You know what I mean? I know he could play, but he needs a good coordinator. And
coaching.
Yeah,
Kyler
you guys
can
need
And also
definitely play.
you got to keep Kyler in check,
Call
so
of
he has
Duty,
to
that
get
is.
it.
He needs to stop whipping TOP's ass in Call of Duty.
Nah, yeah, I need to stop carrying his ass. I need to stop carrying his ass in Call of Duty. That's what I need to do. Say, Kyler, go back in that fucking playbook, you midget.
My gut feeling. My gut feeling.
Aren't you shorter? Never mind.
My gut feeling says
I'm taller than him, bro. Shut up. He like 5'3".
Hold on, Corey's talking.
5'10".
Go ahead.
my gut feeling says that Jimmy G is gonna be a 49er next year.
Nope.
How do you think so?
I got a feeling
He's
too.
like like an ex-girlfriend. It's hard to get rid of.
Or like an STD, he's hard to get rid of too.
Well,
Yeah.
So Corey, here's the problem. Again, it goes back to Don Yee. The market. I don't know who sets these, but you go to Spot Tracks where basically it shows the market value. Jimmy,
I just look it over the cap.
Jimmy has a $34 million market value. Now, number one, are we going to pay that? No. But Don Yee's going to ask for that because that's the market value. Now, I don't know how they calculate this stuff. And no disrespect to Daniel Jones. Again, this is just my opinion. $35 million for Daniel Jones. I don't know who set the market value for him, but that makes no sense at all. So guess what happened? When they found out that was a market value, he said, New York Giants or any NFL team, 35 is the minimum to negotiate. That makes no sense.
We're going to pay him regardless what we want him
These
to.
dumb contracts. And I'm going to go double check that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, he's making the same amount as Kirk Cousins, so definitely. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Jimmy.
Y'all should just roll
I
with
just
Brock,
don't see him going.
Like roll with Brock and Trey.
At this
point,
to another team, I'll be happy. But
at this point,
I
the
don't
quarterback
know.
market. Oh, fuck, my bad. But no, at this point, the quarterback market, $30 million a year, is not really that much anymore.
Yeah, I told people that, but 30 mils an overpay apparently now.
You know what? I blame us for that Jay Cutler deal we gave him. I blame us.
Shoot, 35 or 40 mils is still at this point.
We take full responsibility for.
Because I said it on my
setting the
video
market.
earlier about DJ, right? I said, that market's going to reset in 2024, right? When Trevor Lawrence going to get paid, or Justin Herbert going to get paid, and Burrow's going to get paid. They're going to ask for nearly 50 mil, like around what Kyler's getting paid as the bare minimum. By the time we get to them.
Okay, so here's the definition. This is the definition why Jimmy is 34.9 million. We basically this is how the market is set. We select the following players based on their age, contract status, stats, production. Jimmy Garoppolo ranks at Derek Carr, Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, out of these four players, okay, he makes the cheapest $29.5 million. Derek Carr is making $40 million. So you go in between Matthew Stafford and Kirk Cousins, okay? The market value turns up $34.9 million. That's how they calculate the market value. Okay, it's weird how they do that, but welcome to the world of how quarterbacks get paid. And this is why Nick Bosa.
Welcome to capitalism.
And this is why Nick Bosa is going to get 30+ million, because his brother 3 years ago signed the highest contract at the time, which was $27.5 million for a defense. The highest paid is TJ Watt, who's making $29.5 million. So the market value
for 30.
The market value is $30 million. Also, another player who reset the defensive line market was Aaron Donald. He is basically the fifth player and the only player in the top five that's a defensive player making the market league value. There's four other quarterbacks on top of Aaron Donald. So you see how the market value is. So like I always said, left tackles are going to be paid handsome. So the kids of tomorrow on the defense will be left tackles. Okay. Corner will be another position. And of course, left tackle, quarterback, and wide receiver. Every other position
expendable and easily.
So
that's why it's low market.
Basically, hey, offensive line, you better have a left tackle to protect the blind side.
Blind side, You
need a quarterback, you pay for it. A wide receiver because they catch the football. Running backs
We
are
got
always going to be the bottom of the totem pole. Their market value is around $12 to $16 million annually. Welcome to the NFL.
Yo, speaking of that,
That's
I don't know when Trent Williams' contract actually takes a big hit, but apparently I read a post saying that he hasn't ruled out retirement yet. So I just want.
Oh yeah, he's thinking about his future. So I don't know if he wants to play.
Yeah, that man wasn't no part of the Hurt Business no more.
so.
Hurt Business.
Yeah, you see, man, I've been running with this shit since last year, bro. Yo, and they're in the Super Bowl now. Give me my goddamn flowers now.
Should we blame TOP for the?
I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you the Hurt Business was coming, and y'all didn't believe me. So hey, here we go. Here's the Super Bowl now. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
All right. So next year, Trent Williams will be 35 years old. So that is a good cause of concern. His base salary is $19.4 million. Okay. With all the incentives, his cap hit is $27.5 million. So if Trent Williams is saying maybe 2023 is my final year, all that other money will give the 49ers for the 2024 an additional $21 million for if he retires. So I'm looking at the salary cap stuff right now because it's the off season. You know,
since the market's around 12 mil for running backs, this is why I don't mind moving from Saquon if they want to see
Corey.
and go run by committee. Go ahead.
Corey's trying to say something.
Did any of y'all see what Rudy put out on, I think it was Monday?
What, they're going to run it back?
Yeah, right.
No. You see the video, John Jay, he put?
Dude, he's posted so many videos. I don't know which one.
Stephen.
Well, is he making fun of the Niners?
Yeah. Stephen A. Smith is doing the laugh. You know, when he did the laugh for the Cowboys, he's trying to make like he was laughing about the 49ers loss.
First of all, who takes Stephen A. seriously?
I don't.
At this point, he's paid to be a ESPN troll at this point. That's only see him as it is. Just
All
paid
right,
to be a troll.
So just for anyone who cares, why is Saquon Barkley's contract worth $12.3 million due to what he's done production? Basically, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara,
Hey Corey, when you coming back?
Dalvin Cook, and Christian McCaffrey are considered better than your running back. That's what the market says. That's
my
why
number was.
That's what it says.
Probably after the Super Bowl.
After the Super Bowl? All right, man. I'll let you guys go. You guys have a good night. Be safe.
All right,
See you.
Later, man.
All right. David Modelo.
Screw the Lakers. Screw the Lakers.
Screw the Lakers.
Yeah, it's all about the
Yankees
Lakers.
better than the Dodgers.
Anyway,
Yeah, bro. So, anyways,
Yeah, just go run by committee at this point.
shout out to
Hey, I
John
want
Kay,
to point
who
out.
was always
I
right.
want to point out real quick.
Oh
that,
no!
I want to point out real quick that Greg Dortch is better than Allen Robinson.
Huh?
that ain't saying much.
Screw you.
Okay, John Jay.
Top right.
I wish I brought it up in my video, but Trubisky made that motherfucker.
No, this is Brian's fault. You need to say "F you, Brian," not me.
Say Matt Nagy.
Now
Now
made
you're
that
advocating.
John Jay.
Yep.
I see you messing with TOP, but I mean not TOP.
TOP.
YPC.
John, you got something to say?
No,
Let's see. What can I do to make fun of TOP? I got nothing.
no. I know.
Maybe the Warriors are better than the Bulls. I don't know.
All right, guys. I finally got the car moved, but now I gotta run this person somewhere because it is more broken than we thought. They need to take parts off and take it to a shop and get everything hydraulic. Get a hydraulic press and press it on.
Chrome hydraulics. You know what I'm saying?
But all right.
David McKnight, before you go, did you see Rudy's video?
No.
Oh, okay.
I try not to watch.
Nobody knows he exists.
Secondly,
sometimes I gotta say, Ram
his
fans
team's not running it back.
Ram fans are irrelevant, and no one gives them any attention.
Bro, there's more fans at our freaking mini camp than there is at the parade, bro. Like, come on.
Likewise here.
Well, thank you for coming on, David McKnight.
Hey, no problem, buddy. Anytime.
David McPimp.
All right, guys. Laters.
All right.
All right, that's 2 Davids down. Well, 3 really. So got rid of all the Davids here.
Fucking TOP.
Good night.
He was gonna say something. I think he accidentally.
Yeah, bro.
Good night. Good night, David.
Doesn't matter. That's catchphrase infringement, bro. You can't say "fuck my team" and before you leave. That's my shit.
Let's see. Well, if I was in the troll TOP, I think the Warriors are better than the Bulls.
Don't troll me, though. Listen, don't troll me, bro. I done nothing to deserve this.
I know.
I have done nothing to deserve.
No, John Jay, I was trying to ask you a question. I can't think of what it was. What was it? Oh, okay. I think I now because you had that New Jersey thing on there.
New Jersey?
Yeah, you mess with
Sasquatch.
What was it? Okay, and that was one thing Rudy was messing with us about. He said SC. He put SC.
All right, guys, I gotta head out.
All right.
So later.
TRL.
All right, fuck Kyler Murray. Yeah, tell Kyler Murray to stop spending his
and also
money.
get ready for Byron Murphy.
33-22. All right.
Byron Murphy.
He's spending all his money on cop points, bro.
Give us your entire salary cap.
We're giving you shit. We're giving you. Listen, we're giving you.
Here we go.
We're giving you a Call of Duty points discount card, all right?
All right, fuck out of here.
Oh man.
Fuck all y'all team.
Keep Kyler over there.
All right.
Byron
Murphy, future Giant. Oh damn, he left.
I know he did not just leave stealing my phrase, bro. I'm gonna have to fucking.
Damn it, he left before I said it. Whatever.
Let's see. David McNiner says it. I say it. Now he says it.
Yeah.
That's gimmick infringement right there.
So awesome, kid. Are you still gonna talk your trash? Because I've been waiting.
Nah, he don't got nothing to say, bro.
All right.
No, he's getting his hair pulled right now from his, sisters right now babysitting. That's why he's been muted.
Let me see what.
Rudy.
This dude is playing with his Hot Wheels, bro.
I'm Rudy. My Rams are the champions. Even though we went 4-12 or whatever the record was, we're still Super Bowl champions.
Bro,
he always bring that up. He said one other Ram fan said the Rams are better than the 49ers.
First of all, the Rams were playing on Nickelodeon while having Patrick Starr commentate them during a
shout out to Rudy.
That's how low of a level they went. They were playing on Nickelodeon.
I asked the guy, I said, how many times have y'all beat the 49ers?
That and also
then he said,
Korey, you could just tell him this. Did we play on Nickelodeon compared to you guys?
Yo, I checked out a Rumble stream and there's like a whole bunch of Rams fans trolling.
Oh yeah, they do that all the time. Like Rams fans, mess around with
inferiority complex. That's all it is.
But it's so funny how Rams fans, they can't find their own stream that they gotta be. And it's like the worst are the Seahawks fans. They come in there like Tommy Testosterone and Mr. Estrogen.
Who the fuck?
Yeah,
Mr. Estrogen. What the fuck?
There's two trolls. One is called Tommy Testosterone, and there's one called Tommy Estrogen.
What the fuck?
and all they do is drop super chats talking about how the Seahawks have won more Super Bowls than
First of all, why are you repping the other ops who are the same ops as you? What type of sense does that make?
They're just trolls.
One time there was this dude from Seattle who showed his face on the Zoom, and he was like, I'm going to read a Bible verse to tell you how bad the Niners are. And Rebel was like, no, we don't do this.
A Bible verse?
We don't do this political stuff. We don't do this religious stuff. So he banned him. because it's a football channel.
What does a Bible verse have to do with the football?
So it's like Rumble has a lot of characters that he knows for many years, but they're respectful, even though they disagree with them. They respect Rumble. The ones who are weird are like these weird fans from other teams. And like Michael, even though he has to call in a long time, he's still getting roasted in the chat. Where is this? The little.
I'm assuming, and I was going to say something about Michael. I'm assuming those guys came from the same test lab Michael came from.
And Don Burr is like Detroit versus
they came from the same place. Awesome Kid came from, fucking Area 51.
Oh,
yeah, the same testing lab.
An Area 51 research facility, bro. He was conceived in a test tube. That's why he's so annoying.
Wow, Awesome Kid's from.
Yeah, he's from a test tube. He was conceived by aliens and a fucking donkey.
Yo, Awesome Kid, are you hearing this? Or
wow.
Do you not even?
Yeah, I've been hearing that. Yeah, fuck you, TOP.
Speak up, motherfucker. You're mad at me.
Oh man.
Come on, I understand you're in the basement. You have to clean the bacon grease off of CEO, whatever he feeds you. But,
he probably got one of his fat rolls in his mouth. That's why he can't speak.
What do you mean, Bad Bunny, Zion? What do you mean, Zion?
Okay.
Well, how can I be strong, but I have curly hair?
Bro, you look like Zion. You showed your face on stream. We already know what you look like.
No, he looks like
Zion.
Gerald
and Zion.
How curly hair? Okay.
Well, curly haired Zion.
I don't know what
Gerald has a bit of some curly hair.
Let me see.
I said Tara was Dylan is chilling mixed with Randy Orton.
Oh man, next year when the Niners have to play the Giants at Santa Clara, we're going to win.
Okay. This dude TRL is the white KD, bro.
And I'm gonna call in Rumble. I say, yo, Rumble, I have this New York Giants fan. I've known him for a while, but I gotta roast this team. And he said, go ahead.
Nah, that's not gonna happen because we'll be a much better.
You can call in and defend your team, man, just like Michael did.
Don't worry.
Dundee, have you called in Rumble?
Man, I haven't called in like 4 months. I've been so busy.
Don't worry, I can't wait to play our second home.
Listen, get the channel out there, bro. Get the channel out there. Just call him.
Oh no, yeah, he knows. Like he posted on his Twitter. Hey, go check out 49ers Ultimate Report. Yep.
Oh yeah, watch me. Go check my story real quick. I got something for you.
Oh wow.
What do you mean you got something for me? You don't got nothing for me.
Oh man.
No, I got something for you. It's a surprise.
Yeah, he got a whole mariachi suit ready for you and a sombrero, motherfucker.
Mariachi.
You can just fucking serenade.
Mariachi, and you're talking about Dominicans. They're like, what the fuck?
You can serenade the senoritas over there, bro. Bro, it's New York, bro. You're gonna tell me there's no Dominicans over there?
It's talking about Bad Bunny.
I'm in North Jersey, actually.
I think you'll love it.
There's different. I'm in North Jersey.
Well, there's still Dominicans over there. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, watch
First of all, Awesome Kid, you blocked me. You don't got me requested.
Okay, I'm doing off season. I'm gonna plan on doing some NFL trivia. I'm getting a book from NFL for trivia, and also I'm using my 49er trivia book for this off season. That's some trivia.
Off season, I got content already. I already got 4 videos already online for the next couple of weeks. Yeah, free agency watch for my team. So yeah,
and
I dropped my video already on Daniel Jones. I got to drop my video on the receivers and whatnot after this.
Richie James, bitch.
I got a free agency actually, not who we need to take.
Let me see what else.
And I got the thumbnails already done for all 3 videos I'm going to be discussing next. I just got to record them now.
John Jay.
Yep.
We're gonna be discussing how to stop the hurt business.
Do you think we're gonna resign Gibson?
Tayshaun Gibson, the safety.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we will. Oh, like Jimmy Ward's gone, and I think he's 32, so he'll be 33. So
also, I can't even see your story.
He'll take a team discount because
what?
There's no market for him. So.
You're not following me.
I thought I follow you.
Well, check your request. I don't see your story. I don't see what story you're talking about.
YTC.
Mm-hmm.
What player you think y'all might lose or might resign?
We're probably going to lose Leonard Williams if he doesn't want to take the cap cut. We might lose a lot of other guys on the team. We're definitely going to clean house at linebacker for sure, especially with the way they couldn't stop the run. We're going to completely revamp the wide linebacking and wide receiving core right now for sure. I expect a lot of cuts at those two positions.
TOP.
Yes,
Who you think y'all gonna either cut or resign? Which free agents you think you gonna let go or sign?
Yeah, so we got rid of a lot of players already. So it's like, I mean, we can get rid of I don't know. We're in some sort of a contract dispute with Montgomery, so we might not sign him. We might lose him. So I'm thinking him.
How much he's asking for?
I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't checked. Last I checked was that we had a dispute with him about it. So we just have to see.
Ooh, some very
Cole Kmet. I don't know if he comes back though. Cole Kmet. I don't want him back personally, but
Awesome kid.
Skimpy.
Same question. Do you think y'all gonna, with free agent, y'all gonna try to resign, or are you gonna just?
I think we're gonna resign. I think we're gonna resign Marcus Goring.
Oh,
I
man.
think, I want to say, I think we're gonna resign James Conner too.
Okay.
So basically, everyone's coming back.
Except Byron Murphy.
Except D-Hop.
Except for D. I don't know. You know what? I don't know about
D-Hop. We'll see.
Maybe
Byron Murphy looked really nice,
developing.
playing quarterback number 2 next to Dory.
So
you want to go to a contender, watch it.
Oh,
yeah, we actually made the playoffs.
A contender.
Contender.
And we're going to be further contenders once we get more.
So here's some news because the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Miles Sanders has been replaced by Christian McCaffrey. And I think McCaffrey may turn it down because he said, nope, I don't want to play in that trash all-star game. So, and McCaffrey was like, in his final press conference, he said that, he feels bad that and it wasn't his fault. Like, he was averaging 5.5 yards per carry. He was doing his job. I think he also had like 23 receiving yards. He did really good. I just don't know why he said that it was his fault.
Big
Mac Sports.
It's Big Mac. Hop on, Big Mac. Hop on, Big Mac. He's from Wolfcast.
Yeah, Big Mac. Link is in. I could put it again.
You could put it again, yeah.
Let me see. Hold on, my computer's acting up.
All right, let's see.
Hey, I noticed one thing, man. Every time I
can't
mention
see
the
it
hurt
also,
business,
because I don't follow.
Quiet.
You don't. Wait, what?
Every time I mention the hurt business, you get quiet.
What do you mean quiet? First of all, I'm only.
You're like, I don't know what to say.
All right, we were clearly less talented this year. I'll give you that, but next year we're coming back for them.
Damn.
Once we get some wide receivers that can actually catch and not drop, because according to PFF, we have the slowest receiving core in the league. According to them,
they made y'all light the Empire State Building green, bro. How does that work?
Damn.
No mames.
You got Jalen Brunson over here repping the hurt business over here, man. Damn, bro. Y'all down bad over there.
No, man.
Don't worry, not as down
Big
bad.
Mac, if you want to come in, it's right there, the link.
I got you on YTC. I got you.
Oh, man.
Well, something about the Knicks. You're awesome kidding, man. Screw your Raptors for losing that one time, bro.
Damn.
You know, it sounded like you would have done better, so it's all right.
Bro, listen, they caught us off guard, all right? That's what they did. You have to sing Baby Shark, motherfucker.
Yep.
Shark song.
Thinking I was going to sing some Romeo Santos over here.
You know what? Hey, you know what, YTC? You should make him redo it, man, because that wasn't shit. He was like barely
Hey,
singing.
he's the one that came up with the terms and conditions. Blame him for being a bad business manager.
Yeah, YTC, make him redo that shit again.
Hey, listen, it's not my fault he doesn't know how to conduct good business.
Hey, okay, how about that? If we go against Detroit in the playoffs, then we'll do another bet.
Hey, listen, it's not my fault Awesome Kid has as bad management as Ryan Poles.
What you mean bad management? We got the most fucking cap space in the league. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you guys have $98 million.
Yeah,
you better not.
That was
I wonder how you acquired all that money from cutting a lot of guys.
We got the number 1 pick, and we're gonna trade back most likely and get more picks. So you tell me I've done a bad job.
Here's Big Mac Sports.
What's up, fellas?
It's Big Mac. What's up, dude?
Yeah, if I knew you guys were on earlier, I would have jumped in. But then my wife's like, I went to go play basketball, and my wife's like, you better come back. And I was like 15 minutes away. Toilet and everything flooded in the house. I had to clean that up. No basketball. Came back. So what's up, man?
Big Mac Sports. Who you got winning the Super Bowl?
Oh, I still got the Niners winning it. You know, they should have won. They should have been in there, but all of that's foregone conclusion. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I think Kansas City. I want Kansas City to win because that's some trash crap that the freaking Philadelphia Eagles fans did to.
Tell me about it.
To Fred Warner's fiance.
So, yeah, they were chanting death threats and wishing that her husband's plane crashed.
Yeah, man, that's not cool at all. So, and the thing is, I saw Fred Warner and everything, and down here when he played at BYU, met him a couple of times, and that's just not cool. So
yeah.
So what score is going to be
for the Chiefs?
Chiefs, what you think the score going to be?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be in the 20s, but I have them winning at least by 4 or 5 points, somewhere around there.
So 20 what?
I'll do 25 to 20.
All right.
Yep.
Hey, somebody tells Mexican cartel members that are 49er fans to roll up on Philly. I just kidding. Don't do that.
Oh, this guy.
Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Oh man, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know any Mexican.
Philly fans didn't try that shit in Chicago, bro. That's what I know. As far as I know, they behave well.
It seems like it's just the Philadelphia people that are like that. It's just crazy.
It's true. Like
it's them or the Raiders. It's one of the two. But
like EDP.
Eagle takes.
Oh man, I don't know why.
I'll smack the pubic hair out of his face, bro, if I ever see him.
I will say this.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I will say this. I will say this. When it came to the Butcher Boy, and again, like maybe because again I live right at the Cow Palace, that area. That's basically Daly City, SF area. Like there was a couple 5 years ago that moved from Philadelphia to that neighborhood, and they're like, man, where we live, it's crazy. But when they moved over there, they learned it's very different. You don't F around in that neighborhood. They say, oh my gosh, this is more scarier than Philadelphia. And that's why I tell people, like the Butcher Boy, who's from that area, from Excelsior, he says it. We went over there. I was having fun. They were being rowdy. They were being rude to me. But for whatever the reason, they didn't mess with the Butcher Boy because he carries himself in a certain way. So with all these Eagles fans, have your fun. Have your fun. Be cocky, but I know they're going to make this excuse. If they lose, they're going to say, we made it further than the Niners. We made it further than the Giants. We made it further.
Yeah, they're going to talk about that.
Yeah, that's all they're going to be doing because, so. enjoy your little victory because again, if Brock Purdy was healthy, I will tell you this right now, they would not score 30 points. I'll tell you that right now. They would not have scored 30 points.
Coming back in, my specialty man, Brian Cup.
Hey, everybody.
Brian.
Oh, Brian's back.
Brian.
Yeah, I'm still a little. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get over it, but this game just doesn't sit right. I think. I know every game you can point back and say, "Oh, officiating," and you can make excuses, but this game just didn't sit right. And I don't know. I again, you know, it's just really weird that the president's wife was sitting next to the commissioner, and the Andy Reid Bowl. It's very convenient. The Kelsey Bowl. So, but it is what it is. Everybody's got to line up and they got to play. And you know, according to Kyle Shanahan, the tight end that was blocking is an extraordinary blocker. You know, he's phenomenal. You know, so it wasn't the blocking; it was just he got outplayed, according to Shanahan. So,
yeah,
just bad luck, man. Bad luck that Purdy got hurt.
You know what makes me mad too? What makes me mad? And I keep on saying this. I keep on talking about this. I don't know why. I can't get it out of my head about Kyle Shanahan not challenging that. It was incomplete, but a complete pass. How can you not see the Eagles rushing up the field to get that ball hiked? Don't worry about losing the timeout. We can lose the timeout, if you're not right. Throw the red flag out there and challenge it. Or call a timeout. Do something.
Yeah. At least call a timeout because the Eagles were going for our throat at that point. They didn't know if they had caught the ball or not. You know, there was only one angle. And the stadium, we don't know what the other 20 people, in the NFL in New York were watching. But for whatever reason, they said Kyle didn't see the hand signal for the wide receiver. I don't know if that's true or not, but like you said, everybody's rushing to the line. You got 3 timeouts. You can't use them. If you don't use them, you lose them. So throw that flag out there and at least take a timeout. And then because they didn't even show the other side of the view until after the Eagles scored the touchdown. So what views did they see in the box?
Mm-hmm. And also,
too, you just, it was 4th and 3. That's important. That was important down right there. 4th and 3. You throw the flag to challenge that because that will get the ball back to the Niners. But you decided, because you don't want to lose a timeout, to take that chance. It just irks me that you are a head coach and you can't see what the other team is doing. That tells you right there, if they rushing up, that means they know they didn't catch the ball. That means the receiver went back to his coach and said, let's hurry it up because I didn't catch the ball. Let's hurry it up. I bet you that's what the receiver did. He knew he didn't catch it. So
I know it. I know. I totally know it was 4th and 3. I totally know that, and maybe Kyle was looking at the play sheet, thinking, "Okay, what are we going to do in the next, drive?" But don't you watch, the game? Don't you watch the defense? When I know he's offensive minded, but don't you watch the game? Don't you see guys they're hurrying up to the line. They're doing signals. And for you not to have anybody else on your coaching staff or to trust your player, because supposedly Hufanga told Kyle, and Kyle didn't believe him. So, I mean, I don't you got to trust your players or somebody's got to help Kyle.
So, John Jay, what you thinking?
So, I remember I just remembered something right now while Brian was talking about the catch that was not a catch. he was interviewed last year, and they were saying that Kyle, the team, that his players were saying, even though he's an offensive guy, when the Niners are on offense, he is on the defense. Basically, he lines up behind to see what the defense is running. When the Niners are on defense, he is watching so he's basically way back watching the offense. I don't know why he does that. So I just remember that. So if he was basically where he was supposed to be, where all the coaches in the line of scrimmage, and he was able to see that line of sight. So if he was lined up where he was supposed to, and the defensive players were trying to run where all the way down where he was, but the Eagles were rushing quickly and they couldn't, signal him. That's a Kyle's fault for not being, because I don't know why he does that. And this is the thing about Kyle. Like I don't know if he suffers from OCD. I suffer from OCD. I hate OCD. I do not like it. But the stuff that he does, he may suffer from OCD. Now, again, I'm just speaking from my behalf. I suffer from OCD. I do certain things that prevent me living a normal life. It sucks. But overall, he needs to stop doing all these little weird, tiny little details and be a head coach. And next time, when there's a 4th and whatever, and there's a possible no catch, please don't be behind and watching the back of the offense of the opposing team. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay. What about you, Big Black Sport?
Kyle just making up all kind of excuses. That's like I said it before on other shows and even on my stream. That's what a rookie head coach would do. He's been a head coach for 7 years. If you saw his, Hufanga straight up got up after that play and said that it was not a catch. His arms, he was waving. It's not a catch. The ball, and he even pointed to the ground and said it's not a catch. And for Kyle to say that, oh, we didn't have enough time to get that call down from on top. Well, you already have the call from your player on the field. So he needed to make, from the reports was, I thought he used a timeout, but he never used a timeout in the whole game. So I just think it's just another excuse for Kyle, just trying to push blame on somebody else. And he's got to change that philosophy. If he's even thinking of getting a Super Bowl or getting back into the playoffs next year, he's got to change. He's got to change the "I'm the genius" attitude to understand that there's other people that can help him become better. So that's my take on that part.
Yeah, I just get the feeling that Kyle outcoaches himself. Like, that he.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he believes his own hype too much.
I know.
Yeah.
But so sometimes that's a good thing, though.
And he gets it from his dad. Like his father was the same way, because after John Elway retired, what did he really do with the Broncos? Nothing. He was a good coach. Then he goes to the Commanders, or at the time, the
Redskins.
Yeah, and he didn't really do anything there as well.
Oh yeah, he did. He ruined RG3's career. I know that.
So it's a reminder that, like, and I remember one time his father, Mike Shanahan, was interviewed when he was when he was in Washington, and because Al Davis, remember the Raiders are the Raiders for a reason. Al Davis at the time, they ran through coaches year after year because Al Davis. And when they had Lane Kiffin had 25 games as a coach, and he was talking about Lane Kiffin had a 5-15 record, but when he was a Raiders coach before he was a Broncos coach, and I think he had like a 7-9 record, and they fired him. He's like, Al Davis hated me. He didn't want me to be the coach. So, yeah. When it comes to the Shanahans, I'm starting to realize that Shanahan and his son, the name, and because they coach under the Bill Walsh tree. But if you really go and look at what Kyle's dad did, he won 2 Super Bowls with an old John Elway. But after that, he really didn't do nothing. So yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you think Kyle ever can win a big game, win the Super Bowl, or win the NFC Championship? NFC, championship. Y'all think he gonna be able to do that?
And if your team start getting hurt when it matters most, then yeah, I think you can. You guys have like strength and conditioning problems, but that's just my take on it. But anyways, I gotta bounce, y'all. I gotta bounce, y'all. Y'all have a good night, and good luck to all your teams.
Night. Thank you for coming on here.
Yeah, and you know how I feel. All right, yeah, have a good one.
F the Bears.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's a Bears fan. Anyway, so I was gonna say something. Dan, like TOP distracted me.
I would ask, what was you think if Kyle Shanahan can win the big game, win the Super Bowl, win the NFC Championship?
I think if we can get the quarterback position correct, and again, I'm not saying Brock Purdy's bad, and I'm not saying Trey Lance is bad. We don't know Trey Lance. We just don't know. 4 games. We need to see more of him. If he's the guy, because he's basically Trey Lance is going to be the guy because he's healthy. He's to be the guy who's going to be ready. He'll participate in all the offseason workouts. He'll be the guy. And Purdy, he's 7-1 overall as a starter. That's a good resume. He's earned, that opportunity if he's the quarterback of the future. But we need to figure out that quarterback position. And if Kyle ruins these 2 quarterbacks, then Kyle, again, this is his 7th off season. He's had 7 off seasons, and we're still talking about the quarterback. For him to win a Super Bowl, he needs the right quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo was outplaying Patrick Mahomes for the first 3 quarters. But then we all know what happened. We need a competent quarterback. We don't need a flashy superstar. We need a competent quarterback who can stay healthy for 17 games, because that 17-game season is dumb. Healthy in the playoffs, and I think we could win a Super Bowl. Now, I've said this a million times. Since we've been in Santa Clara, we've been the most injured team in the NFL. This is before Kyle even showed up. Harbaugh's final year, his team was injured. Tom Sula, Chip Kelly, those teams were injured. And then, of course, Kyle. No disrespect, call me a homer. But since they left Candlestick, we are the most injured team. Is it the location? Is it the field? Did they build that stadium very badly? Because they did build it very badly. And it's the ground, because they use grass fields and our players get hurt. I don't know why. So we need to stay healthy, and we need competent quarterback play. That's the only way Kyle will win a Super Bowl.
Big Mac Forrest, what you think?
Well, there's stuff to point out on strength and conditioning, and actually my wife posed me that question earlier today, talking about why the players on the Niners get hurt so much. So, and I told my son, you don't do heavy squatting, because that puts a lot of pressure on your back and your lower back and on your knees. I know from doing that back in the days, but those are some of the things that they need to figure out on what kind of conditioning and strength and conditioning that they do. So, and they get a lot of injuries, but they also draft a lot of guys that come come out of college with already knee problems and everything. So that's one of the things too. The front office, they always bring in guys that are injured. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a curse on the grounds there in Santa Clara. I don't know how they built that stuff. But I'm sure that it's got to do with strength and conditioning. And I wouldn't want anybody to be squatting over 450 pounds. That still doesn't matter how big you are. That's still a lot of pressure on your knees. So,
yeah, I don't know. I'm sometimes wondering how long. Okay, let me ask this question: if Cal don't win next year, how long should we go? You think keeping Cal? How long should he?
I don't like Kyle Shanahan personally as a head coach. He's a good OC, but I don't like him as a head coach. So after the Super Bowl year, I was thinking, yeah, he needs to go. So
guess who's coming in? The guy I was talking about. That's Rudy.
It's Rudy.
What's up, brothers?
What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? What's up, brother Korey?
Hey, before let me finish with this question, John Jay. What you think? How long should we stay with Cal until we say it's over with?
So 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Okay. Here's my first criticism. Who's the quarterback? What's the long-term solution? He had a press conference, didn't answer it, didn't want to. Okay. In 2019, 2021, and then what happened Sunday, he's been in big games. He could not close out the Super Bowl. Last year, could not close it out. And then this year, a freak accident happened. Okay. Making it to the title games are not easy. So, but you cannot reward him just because he made it there. They fired Harbaugh for 3 consecutive NFC championship games and a Super Bowl, and they fired him. Okay. That's Jed York. He has not done what Harbaugh did in a short amount of time. Harbaugh is the most winningest head coach in Niners history who got fired. It really shows you our ownership. It's going to come down to Jed York to see if this is the standard. And again, I've said this entire week. If this is the standard, we get hurt, play horrible early in the year, and then we win out a bunch of games. We go to the playoffs and we lose in the conference. If that is what Jed York wants, we're stuck with Kyle. If Jed York had a brain and say, you know what, I fired Jim Harbaugh, maybe I could just fire Kyle Shanahan. But until our owner figures it out, personally, next year, if the quarterback gets hurt and we got to use multiple quarterbacks next year and we lose again in the title game, I don't care. You fire him, because what other team is going to tolerate that? There are 31 other teams in the NFL. Why do we tolerate it? So
can I ask you guys something?
Yeah, go ahead, Rudy.
So the Niners have been loaded. Okay, so Kyle Shanahan, to his credit, he built this. Him and John Lynch built this team, especially the defense. Why in the hell? Okay, so Brock Purdy. Okay, well, let me do this. Trey Lance got hurt. Jimmy Garoppolo stayed there, so he's a proven veteran, right? He got hurt though. Okay, and then Brock Purdy was a miracle. He was playing great, right? Why do you not say, wait, we need to get a better backup? Why would you have that backup behind Purdy? Why would you? I mean, you didn't know that he was going to get hurt, but he wasn't very good at all. There was backups that could have been had, because he looked like he hadn't played, and he hadn't played. We weren't expecting for Purdy to get hurt. But just some of the stuff that he's also unlucky. he makes bonehead moves, but he's also unlucky because that's crazy to lose 4 quarterbacks in a season. I mean, that's crazy, man. You know, this Niner team should have already won a Super Bowl already. Um, it reminds me of my Dodgers. Every year, you know, we win 110 games, 105 games, and I'm like, I don't care. Let's win this damn chip. You know, we finally won one recently. The same thing with the Niners. They're so good in the regular season. I mean, if they played every team like they played us, they would have that 12 streak every year because they play us like it's their Super Bowl. They play us hard, they play us fast, they let up against teams like the Broncos, teams like the Falcons. Who else did you guys lose to? The Falcons, the Broncos, the Bears, and that was a monsoon game, so that's kind of really don't count. But Kyle Shanahan, there's just something about him. He reminds me of Mike Martz with the Rams of the greatest show on turf. Mike Martz ran us into the ground. The guy would do bonehead plays. I wish Dick Vermeil was there to rein him in as head coach. The Niners are loaded, man, and then now with free agency, you guys are going to lose Azir Shair, Jimmy Ward possibly, some of your depth. It sucks. Free agency sucks because right when you're up there, you start losing guys. But you guys have all those picks, so to your credit, you guys got all those picks because that's one thing that I give Kyle Shanahan a straw on his hat is these coaches, DeMeco Ryans, Sulla, they get hired and you guys get those picks. So you were able to recomp those picks that you gave away for CMC and Trey Lance, except the Trey Lance ones were number one picks. But man, John JF, I know that it's driving you nuts, man, because if it was me, it'd be driving me nuts because you guys have a team that should have already won a Super Bowl. You guys should have beat Kansas City. You guys should have beat Kansas City. But I mean, I really hope Purdy's okay, man, because I was so amazed at the kid. He's right in his element. I hope that he doesn't have career-ending surgery, man, because hoping he's not a career-ending injury, because even when he has surgery, the NFL players are going to be hitting that arm, man. You know, you play a team like Philly, they're going to be going after that arm again, you know, and we'll see what happens. But the Niners are so due, man. The Niners are so due. And I don't like the Niners. You guys already know that.
Yeah.
But for guys like yourself, Korey, and John Jay, and my guy Big Mac Sports, you guys deserve a Super Bowl, man, because this team, guys like Kittle, guys like Jimmy Ward, unfortunately, he's probably not going to be there. They're dogs. You know, Jimmy Ward reminds me of Patrick Beverly with the Lakers. You hate him if he's not on your team, but if he's on your team, you love the guy because he's a dog.
Yep.
So, but you guys deserve a ring, John Jay, and maybe it'll be next year, man. But it's amazing that Kyle Shanahan can't, before Purdy, get a solution to the quarterback situation. You guys have been a quarterback away, and he said no to Tom Brady. He didn't get Matthew Stafford. That's crazy. I mean, boy. But I just wanted to come here and give my love to my Corey Davis, my brother, and it's all love, brother. God bless you and your Niners. It was unfortunate, man. Bad luck with not having a quarterback. But you guys are due, man.
Yep.
So Rudy.
Yeah.
Who do you have winning the Super Bowl this year?
I've been saying from the get-go that's going to be Kansas City. I'm just worried about Mahomes' mobility because that defensive pass rush of the Philadelphia is no joke. If he can't get away like he normally can, he's still dangerous though. But if he can't get away, which he's not going to be healed up all the way by the time the Super Bowl comes, he'll be better than he was. I still think Kansas City is going to win. I think Jalen Hurts is still beat up too. I think he's beat up a little bit too, but it's going to be a good game. But I really think Mahomes is going to get his second Super Bowl.
So what you think the score going to be?
Where's it at again? It's at Arizona, right? Indoors?
Yeah.
Ooh, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I can see it being something like 28 28 28 to 24 or 33 to 28, something like that. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game because they're gonna get some scores on offense, and then both defenses are probably gonna get turnovers. And so, but also if Jalen Hurts is back to closer to full strength, he's gonna run the ball. They do a very good job of running the ball. That will keep Mahomes on the sideline. To me, that's their chance to keep Mahomes on the sidelines, get the sevens, run the ball, keep the chains going, keep Mahomes on the sideline, get enough cushion where he can't come back. And but yeah, man, it could be high scoring game. I would say it's going to be a high scoring game because the Eagles are going to be nervous in the Super Bowl. Mahomes is going to be confident, and so I can see as the game goes, the Eagles get confidence and start rolling.
Hey Rudy, I got a trade proposal for you.
Okay.
So we'll trade you Kinlaw and McGlinchey for Aaron Donald.
Somebody brought up McGlinchey. I was like, no. Our offensive lines are already bad enough, man.
Yeah.
And see, I don't want to pop in quick, but I have to say this, Korey. Thanks for having me on. I got to have dinner, so it's great to be on. Always talking to you. It's always great to see Big Mac because I see you on the Wolfcast all the time. And Rudy, I know everyone tells me that you like to talk your smack, but I say he's a Rams fan and he likes the Rams. So but shout out to Rudy for being a Rams fan and loving his team.
John,
I gotta go.
All right, John.
All right, John Jay.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Rudy,
Matt.
I have a.
Oh, go ahead, Korey.
That Dallas video of you putting.
Oh, that's the Ramilier Smith.
No, Stephen A.
Smith.
Yeah, I was like, he was talking about the Cowboys. He wasn't talking about the Niners.
I was kind of because I would always say that, he says like, be patient, right? The Cowboys are going to do something. And that's kind of the same along the lines of what I would say, because the Niners have been unfortunately unlucky since 2012, losing against Harbaugh. The big brother beat the little brother. And then the close things with Kyle Shanahan. And so I always say they look good now, but just be patient, be patient. And so that's why, because they were telling me like Niner sickness, I had a lot of friends like yourself and John Jay and the Niner sickness and CG. Niner sickness to go. So when do you guys play next week? Man, shut up.
Yeah.
So I get him back, but that's why I would say, because I was kind of using that character, like just relax. Kyle Shanahan's going to do something. But before it was with Jimmy, I would say Jimmy's going to freeze up in the bad time, or Kyle Shanahan's going to freeze up at the bad time. But then Brock Purdy overcame all that, because that kid deserves all the credit in the world, man, because he's so inexperienced, but it's just what's the word? Instincts. He's just doing instincts. And when you can go out there and you can see a guy in your face and you know how to shake and bake, wiggle around him, and then throw it off to the side, or look off the linebacker and then hit him over here, a veteran type stuff. That's what he was doing. So I appreciate his game. I thought because he was inexperienced, there was going to be some kind of defensive guru who was going to figure something out to give him a little hindrance. But unfortunately, he got hurt, so we weren't able to see his best test. But I just hope it's not career ending, man, because these quarterbacks, look at Trent Green. I'm older than you guys, but when the Greatest Show on Turf happened, we had just signed Trent Green. He's a mobile quarterback. We got a quarterback now, finally. And then there goes Rodney Harris hitting him low in a preseason game. And then here comes Kurt Warner, who we left unprotected. We left him unprotected. The Jaguars could have got him. We would have been screwed. And then Kurt Warner's story, And so it's just all it takes is one play, and and that quarterback is done. But I think because Brock Purdy's young,
if you don't mind me asking,
I'm 54.
Oh, you just right above me. I'm 53.
Oh man, you look good too, man.
Thank you.
That's why I say I've been so blessed, man. I've seen Magic Johnson's Lakers, Showtime Lakers, Fernando Mania with the Dodgers, the 88, 81 World Series, the 89 championship where we lost to you guys, but we had Eric Dickerson, the Super Bowl here, Hagler Hearns, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Those were all the gold and stuff. Old school WWF.
WWF.
Superfly Snooker and the Samoans.
Yeah.
But that's why I kid with John Jay and all them guy Korey. When I kid with like the Stephen, I call it Ramelia A. Smith because I was kidding the Niner fans. But I kid him because I'm like, this is not the same Niners as Eddie DeBarlo Jr.'s Niners. Yep. These are the York's Niners. You have to understand something. These are not the same. They don't even play at Candlestick no more. They're in Santa Clara. Eddie DeBarlo Jr. would go and get a Deion Sanders, where these guys get a Travarius Ward to get over the hump. Or they pick Mr. Aralovich to try to get him to the Super Bowl. These are different Niners. So that's why we go back and forth, that we swept you guys,
There's a story real quick before I gotta go. It's on Coach Harbaugh. Sorry, Rudy.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
So a couple of years ago when Harbaugh got fired, one of my buddies, he's really close with Joe Montana and some of the 49er organization. And I was like, so what happened there? He's like, well, basically Jed York walked into a meeting and Harbaugh, so this is third source, so I'm just, maybe it's only, just for us, we're on here right now. So Jed York walks into the meeting and Harbaugh says, hey, this meeting's for men only, so you need to leave.
Wow.
That's and he's like, yeah, that's why he got fired, because he called him a kid.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I can see that now. Well, check this out before you go. This ownership was Stan Kroenke, right? I hated that the Rams left to St. Louis, right? But now they have that palace, SoFly Stadium, we call it. You guys call it Levi South because of all the Niner fans that live in Southern California. But our old owner, we call her, OG Ram fans like me call her the woman who should be nameless. Real quick, when we traded Eric Dickerson, we never wanted to trade Eric Dickerson. You don't trade an Eric Dickerson. We got all those draft picks, right? John Robinson, the old USC coach, Ram coach, who doesn't get his due. He went to 2 championship games in the Niners' heyday with the Rams. Just didn't have the whole team together, but he wanted to draft Thurman Thomas, running back, the Bills running back, but they wouldn't let him because he didn't have the power, and draft Michael Irvin from Miami with those picks. So you would have had that 89 championship game with Jim Everett, Flipper Anderson, Henry Ellard, Michael Irvin, and Thurman Thomas running the rock. The Rams would have never left LA. And so they didn't let him. That's a story, because they asked John Robinson, hey, you did pretty good with the Rams. Well, yeah, considering they didn't want to win. And then he gave that story. I had never heard that before. So, and we ended up picking Sean LaChapelle, Gaston Green, guys who were just local UCLA products that didn't last.
Who?
And yeah, exactly. We would have had Thurman Thomas and Michael Irvin with that 89 championship NFC team that got to the championship. And the Rams would have never left St. Louis.
Yeah.
And so, but we would always split with you guys. Jim Everett would go to Candlestick Park, beat you guys there. Then you guys go to Anaheim. You guys would beat us there. Those were the good days. That's why I would say, that's why I kid with my Niner brothers. Those aren't the Niners. When I remember the Niners, you had Ronnie Lott, you had Joe Montana, you had Jerry Rice, Roger Craig, you had Charles Haley.
These
are not the Niners.
Stubblefield.
Stubblefield.
You can name them all.
Yeah. Those are the Niners. These Niners, I don't fear, even though they beat us. Those are the Niners. I mean, we would have to go basically we had to play the Super Bowl every time we played you guys. And then you got Bill Walsh coaching. God damn. Like, and it's funny because all those great players, the Dan Marinos, the John Elways, right? Imagine if they were in the NFC West with the Niners and Rams in the heyday in the 80s. They would have got lit up. Because if you look at the Super Bowl, you guys whipped Dan Marino in the Super Bowl. And then you guys beat the Broncos with John Elway in the Super Bowl. Because they hadn't seen a defense like that. Yeah.
See, I heard this same story, but I know they say more. It was John Harbaugh didn't get along with Trent Balik. Well, I can't always pronounce his name. Balik, our general manager. They didn't get along.
Balky? Trent Balky, yeah.
Well, that was obviously in the thing, but I mean.
And then he goes and gives the Jaguars receiver that contract and screws up all the damn other wide receivers' money because they gave him that big contract. He sets the tone for everybody else. Horrible front office guy. He also, Trent Baalke, he gives that Jaguar guy that money, and now all the wide receivers have to follow suit because of this damn tone setting, money setting.
So, Rudy, do you think you guys gonna resign Baker's Mayfield?
You know what? If somebody throws money at him, he's gone. But he said, just like Bosa's telling you guys, I'm not really after a big contract. I would love to come back. Maybe he'll work with you guys. He does want his money, though. He deserves it. He said that he's already did that for a big contract. He had fun again playing with McVay. He likes being in Los Angeles. He sees that Matthew Stafford is an older quarterback. He pictures himself maybe being, getting the reins from Matthew Stafford. Hopefully we can get him an incentive-laden contract, but we're cash strapped, man. We're top heavy with all the guys we got. We have a horrible I'll tell you what, we'll take that, Alan. We'll take, if you guys throw in, let's see.
Garoppolo?
If you guys throw in Trent Williams and Jimmy Ward, we'll let you have Donald. We'll let you have Donald, and a matter of fact, throw in IU too, and we'll give you Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. Hey, fellas, I gotta run, but
all right, guys,
I'll be on in the morning, doing my morning rants on everything, on all the stories. So it's good. See you guys, Rudy, Korey. Been a pleasure.
Yeah, I saw you guys were on, man. So a good night too, Korey. I got to go too. My granddaughters are here. God bless you, brother. How's everything going with you? You going good? Everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, everything. They just tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment to for them to check my fistula on my arm here and see if it's ready for due dials on there.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping. I'm trying to talk to my doctors about keeping my capula and doing it there.
Yeah.
Because it's more comfortable. I get to move around.
Yeah.
When it's there. When it's up here, I'm like, I have to be still like this.
Yeah, tell them that, and whatever makes you comfortable, because if it works out the same way, you might as well. Because I have a buddy who has the same thing. He has the same thing, and I think it's in the place that you want it. And so, yeah, man, God bless you, man.
And my cancer, they wanted me to do chemo, but I'm like, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm riding my bikes and stuff. And the chemo, I seen what it does to people.
Mm-hmm.
Their energy down. They in bed all the time. And I know when my mom went through it.
Yeah.
My grandma. And I said, no. I just have to put it in God's hands.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Whatever you decide to do for yourself, it's up to you. I'm going to just tell you this. My pops had cancer. They took out, I don't know what they did exactly, but they took out his stomach, right? And so he did chemo and he was weak and stuff and all that's like you're saying. And through God's grace, he's still here with us today, a couple years later. my buddy that I was telling you about, he let us know that he has he's going to be doing chemo too. So if you decide to do it, man, it's up to you. But yeah, put it in God's hands. But if you do decide to do it, it does work because it worked for my dad. So just to give you some, but like you said, put it in God's hands, pray on it. Talk to I'm sure you've already did this. Talk to the doctors real good. But my dad did chemo, and it did help him. And so and God bless you, Korey. And you know, like when we go back and forth about the teams, I'm just tongue in cheek. I'm just having fun. But that's all it is. Like I don't like the Niners, but it's just sports. And like if you were in a burning building, even though you're a Niner fan and you got the Niner jersey on, I'm gonna go save you. That's why I always tell people sports is one thing, but you know, that's one thing. It's just fun.
Yeah.
But you know, real life stuff is different. And but God bless you, man. Keep your head up. And if you do decide to do it, man, I could just tell you from my dad's point of view, that it did work. Now he did have to go through hell, like you said, but if it is able to help you, you know, get a second, third opinion, and hopefully you won't need it though. But just so you know, my brother, I appreciate you, man.
Your daddy get around a lot?
Yeah, he's actually driving now, and matter of fact, he even drinks shots with us for social gatherings now. And I don't know where it goes because they took out his tummy. I don't know the exact what they did. My sisters know more, and he's gained some weight.
Okay.
And so you know, so that there's always hope, man. And I know you got a strong will. If you do decide to get it, I'm just going to tell you that from me, my dad felt the same way like you do. It is a scary situation, but it did work for him.
Yeah,
it did work for him.
I think, you know, two guys with him and say, hey, keep on driving.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed, man. But God bless you, man. You're going to be in my prayers, my brother. And I appreciate you so much, man. And hopefully, even though I would hate it for you, my brother, I would love for you to be able to go to that parade if they win next year. I would love for you to be able to go to that parade, man. Because you know what?
And
for
do you
me,
see what Brian?
Let's see
what Brian says.
Oh yeah, thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Thank you. I appreciate you, Brian. Thank you, my brother. But yeah, man, I hope you're able to see your team win that Super Bowl, and I mean it because I don't like the Niners, but you guys are good dudes. Like I always said, I'm a Laker fan, I'm a Dodger fan. When my Rams left to St. Louis, if they come back, you know, it's like it's the Dumb and Dumber, you know, that there's a chance they came back to Los Angeles because I live in Southern California. And I said, if they ever win the Super Bowl, I'm going to the parade because I never went to the Laker parade. I never went to the Dodger parade. And so I was able to see the Rams win the Super Bowl in Los Angeles and go to the parade. So I hope that you're able to go to the parade next year, my brother, because you deserve it, Korey, and that'll lift up your spirit. But you guys are so due, man. You guys were like this close again, man. You guys were this close again. If Brock Purdy could have got through that game, you guys are tough with that defense, man.
Yeah.
But God bless you. God bless you, Korey. I'll be praying for you, man. And I'll come in more often and talk to you. If you ever need anything, hit me up and even just to talk, my brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
All right, man. Have a great night, man.
Have a great night.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, so that was a great show, like Brian Cup. I'm sorry, Brian. I don't know why I keep on calling you young. I don't know why I got young in my mind. Thank you, Brian Cup, for coming in and everything that you do to help me get up to 101 subscribers. Thank you, Big Mac Sports, for coming in. Let me say his name right. Thank you, David Villa. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Crazy Juice. Let me see. Anybody else? Thank you, TOP. And thank you, YTC, David McNiner, David Corona, and Brian, and Crazy, not Crazy, all right, TRL, and also Kid, and thank you, Rudy. I think I got everybody. If I don't, if I miss somebody, I'm sorry. I want to say, and I do appreciate you too. Oh, I know who it is. I'm looking at him right now. Let me bring it up so I can see it better. It's the Kid 1916. Thank you. Sometimes next week. Let me see, maybe I'm missing something. Sometime next week. Okay. I'm probably going to be doing a show after the Super Bowl. I can't remember what day the Super Bowl. I'm going to do a show. And then during my off season, I'm planning on bringing up NFL trivia. Also 49 trivia. I'm going to be mixing it together. Answers a question. What time next week? It's mostly gonna still be the same. 7. Usually Super Bowl about 3 something, huh? Ooh. That sounds great. Okay. Yeah, I usually always do my show by 7. But if something happened, if I change, you'll see the time. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. And I probably am gonna watch. I saw everybody say they not gonna watch 2 weeks away. Yep, I'm probably is gonna watch this Pro Bowl, even though it's not that good no more. It's not like it used to be back in the '80s. I wish they'd go back to that. Play the Pro Bowl like that, where people think it's important. So I would love them to bring it back like that, where it's the AFC versus the NFC or NFC versus the AFC, and make it important like it was. Now, I don't like the way they're doing it that much. It's very boring to me. But because I like football, I'm going to watch it. Just to say. But like I said, everybody have a good night. I appreciate everybody that was on here. And I appreciate everybody that subscribe to my channel, the 101. Thank you. And like I said, I got Brian Cup to thank about that. He helped a lot. And I appreciate it. Good night, Corey Davis, and thank you again. Good night, Brian, and thank you again. Well, let me end this. So I see y'all after the Super Bowl. Or, if something come up, I might come in and do a video. If something come up before then, if something say, gets on my mind, I say, oh, I like to have a show on this. Like, might want to talk about the defensive coordinator that we're going to hire if we hire him. Or, have a good night.